Welcome to Let's Talk Jets Radio.
Mr. Primetime.
Happy Tuesday. Ready for anger, rage, chaos, all the above.
I don't know what
Let
you're
it all
talking
out.
about.
This is where we move on.
I'm already on the Buffalo. I just talked about the Buffalo Bills for an hour, so I'm already on the Buffalo. I'm good.
I have a feeling many of our callers might not be good. So
real quick, before we get started, two things. If you want a hoodie, t-shirt, or long sleeve shirt, order them now, man. Fridays, we're gonna close off the orders and place them. So if you want one, the merch is in the link is in our description. Also, a huge thank you to Mike and Kevin for getting me on the Going Deep pod out in Buffalo. Those guys are awesome, so I definitely appreciate them going on, talking. And thank you to Elmo, because no matter where I go, Elmo is always there. Primetime, he's always in the chat. So
that kind of sounds like a problem.
Elmo, I appreciate your support, man. I was in uncharted territories. You helped me out, man. So. And you too, Armand. I definitely appreciate it. Those guys are awesome.
If you're throwing out your trash tonight and you see Elmo, then I think it's really starting to be a problem. So
no, but it's always funny because you go on these shows and the chat goes off and you start seeing the names pop up. And I'm like, oh my god! I'm like, it's funny. Yeah, we ship to Europe, man. We ship everywhere, so we're good. And it's funny. Yeah, there's Big Bird references and Oscar references. You're just trying not to say anything. So.
Muppets and Puppets are back.
Yes, sir. So before we go into the show and the callers, trade deadline comes and goes. The Jets make one trade. Jacob Martin goes to the Broncos for a fourth round pick in 2024. I think it's just because Bryce Huff emerged, Jermaine Johnson, Vinny Curry. I mean, the Jets got depth.
Jets also gave up a fifth round pick, so it's basically just a pick swap. I mean, they're moving up around, but yeah, I think it has more to do anything else than, like you said, with the way Bryce Huff is playing and the way Jermaine Johnson he coming back off the injury. You get both of those guys some reps now, so I think it just works out. Got to play the young guys.
You save some cap space, I think, next year too. I think right.
They take a cap hit next year, 2.3 million. 2.3 million.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay then. How do I know? And then the other thing is that
was the last tweet that I saw. That was a 2.3 hit for next year.
And now you have Elijah Moore and Denzel Mims. Neither one of them were traded. So now the pissing contest between the Jets and Elijah Moore has got to come to a head where it's like, all right, he's here, play him and maximize his opportunity, because what else are you going to do? I mean, to have him inactive or play 10 snaps a game for the rest of the year is just stupid. Use the kid. Figure it out. Be adults. Work. And just, I think at this point, prime time, you tell him, listen, man, play your ass off the rest of the year. We're going to find ways to get you the ball. At the end of the year, we'll trade you. We'll get you out of here or something.
That's what worried me about how they handled it against the Patriots. It almost just felt like they were trying to send a message more than anything else, not trying to, repair the relationship, not trying to move on. We're going to punish you for this. So ultimately, if you're not going to trade him, you better use him. So he's talented. You need weapons. You got to get your passing game going. So he's got to be utilized the right way.
And the same thing with Denzel Mims, another guy that asked for a trade. He's been quiet. He's been respectful. He played last week, a couple big plays. He had a big block. He's doing good things. But if he's going to be here, especially with Corey Davis probably going to be out, I'm guessing, till the bye, then play him, dude. Get him, just see what they can do. Figure it out,
For whatever reason, man, some of these players, they get into that doghouse and they got to scratch and claw to fight their way out of it. And other guys, they can do whatever they want. There's just no repercussions at all. It's very strange,
man. It's strange when you got to try to explain to other people, why aren't the Jets using more? Why aren't they doing this? I don't know. I'm like, well, it's like you got to explain like a soap opera. Well, this happened, then this happened. It's like you feel like a jackass.
First, he ate some bad fish.
Yes. Then COVID, and then this, and then he couldn't learn the offense.
Then he didn't know block. Then he didn't know 3 different positions at receiver.
So, I mean, I wasn't surprised they didn't trade for an offensive lineman. I mean, they're getting guys back. You're getting Mitchell back. You're getting Fant back. And we'll see. So you guys can fire out whatever you want tonight. You want to talk about Zach? You want to talk about LaFleur? You want to attack me? I will attack back.
Where's Lane?
I'm right here, bro. I'm right here. I'm willing to take on all comers tonight. I'm ready for this.
I expected Lane to be here.
That's what I thought. I don't see him anywhere. Just looking over it. We said 8:00, right?
That's what I thought.
So this is how it usually works, man. So we're gonna bring on our good friend Jomo. What's up, man?
Muted.
The first caller. This is what we're doing.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
There we
Look
go.
at that shirt.
Looking
Yes,
good.
sir.
What's up,
Can't
man?
wait for the hoodie to come in, man. I like the new logo.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
man.
I like it. All right, where do we start? The hot topic of the night. Hey, Elmo, how you doing tonight? I see you everywhere.
What is going on?
Jesus Christ! I'm just. Are we?
First your mic, now your camera. What's
Is this
going on?
foreshadowing for the rest of the show?
I hope not.
Was that your take on Zach?
Chaos. Here we go.
Just darkness
No.
and gloom.
No, we got a lot to talk about with Zach.
No, it's Jomo. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. While we were going off last night, maybe more than other people, you seem to be going against me or we're not agreeing with some of my opinions. Is this true?
I wasn't agreeing with. I think it was Tyrone who was kind of saying that he wants to see Mike White in, and he's kind of given up on Zach. But
I said I want to see Mike White also if there's no improvement. I think we all want to see White if Zach's not showing any improvement.
We need improvement, but overall, I mean, it was a bad game. Yes, he had many bad plays. More negatives in this game than positives, but there were a lot of positives. I think that the 2 interceptions late, just absolutely inexcusable. You can't make any excuse for them. You know, they were fucking horrible plays. There's nothing that you can say that. I mean, on the one that went to McCourty, and like I said yesterday, I was going to watch the All-22. I watched it, and
it probably looked even worse, right?
The first half he played really well. I will.
What about that first play that Orlovsky?
It was the tale of two halves. The first two. I mean, I got everything right here, but
holy shit! Wait, what do you got? What'd you
do?
That
was like an Adam Gase color-coded spreadsheet.
You bet.
Wait, how do you color? I want what colors mean.
So this is I just went play by play each drop back pass for Zach, and I looked at every single throw. I kind of analyzed what was going on, although I know nothing. You know, I know nothing. But
give us your analysis.
So you're now the official Let's Talk Jets analyst now, man.
He's our all-22 guy now.
We just fired somebody. I don't know who it is, but we fired somebody.
I mean,
it looked like there was a lot more red on that spreadsheet than there was green.
We could go through all 41 throws if you're down.
Jesus Christ. I mean, this is only 2 hours. It's only a 2-hour show, man. Just highlight the bad ones.
But yeah, so here we go. The first 2 plays, horrible. Absolutely terrible. First 2 plays of the game, he missed Michael Carter and he threw Denzel Mims on a corner out of bounds when he could have either ran for the first down and he had Garrett Wilson open. And then
I got a summary question. So a big argument everybody has is that he's missing open receivers. Are there actually open receivers that he's not seeing continuously throughout the game?
Towards the end of the game, yes. Not in the first half. First half, he was very quick, very decisive. Towards the end of the game, he started to stare down receivers, not really know what he was getting into. I mean, there was wide open guys everywhere. On the interception that McCourty caught, it was in bounds. If you like zoom in, Garrett Wilson, fucking wide open, going down the field, and he just didn't see him. He was staring down Conklin, and
he gets locked onto one read, and he can't.
Exactly.
The second he has to go to his second or third option, he panics, he scrambles, like he doesn't know what he's doing once he's off the first read.
Yep. And then the last one, he had everybody was open except Garrett Wilson, and he was just staring down Garrett Wilson.
So the one thing, it's like when he scrambles, I think the big thing is like he always goes backwards. He never steps up in the pocket, never goes. I think the 4th and 5 play he could have ran for it. The pocket was wide open. He could have ran for the first down.
It was.
It's just like is the game just too fast for him? Is he overwhelmed? Is it because to me it's like is the play calling not helping him? Like what's your synopsis of what you see like his overall problem?
It looks like he has a hot route. So like one read, and then it's work your magic, and that just kind of seems like the game plan. And
is that the game plan,
at least in his head,
just going off script, panicking, seeing pressure, seeing ghosts?
Right, I misspoke. I think it's more of him just kind of like he doesn't see it, he gets flustered, runs out of the pocket. A lot of times when he really doesn't need to, and like I said, in the first half, honestly, he had a great first half, minus that last interception. Just based off of we had 5 drives, 2 scoring drives, and the interception. I mean,
so there's a
yeah.
comment. He was pressured on 14 of 44 pass attempts. I keep seeing it. It's the offensive line fault. Are you seeing that also?
No,
and at what point also is it on him to be able to identify a blitz and know where his safety valve is and just get the ball out quick?
Yeah,
like there was pressure a few times, and again, it doesn't seem like he has a plan for when there's a little bit of pressure. Like he doesn't know what to do.
Yeah, and to be honest, we handled the blitz very well. Like every time I saw more than 4 guys rushing, he had a clean pocket, and he had a couple seconds there to either make a throw. Here's something: he doesn't like to take the underneath shit. He was blatantly just like not looking at guys who are running like 5-yard curls or hitch routes. Just not looking at them. Wide open. The whole second half, this shit was happening. Wide open hitch routes, wasn't taking it, trying to force the ball to either it was a Garrett Wilson skinny post or, I mean, it's just unbelievable. And
so
one play that, yeah.
Go ahead.
One play that really pissed me off, and I feel like a broken record saying this every fucking week. On 3rd and short, we aren't running the fucking ball. Yep. Like, what is going on with that? It makes no sense to me. And I feel like I say it every week with this fucking team. There was at least 3 occasions against the Broncos, and there was this one that really swung. I mean, from this moment, everything went downhill for Zach. The 3rd and 2, he tries to throw a quick slant to Elijah Moore, and it gets tipped. Now, okay, it got tipped. Good play by the D. But why are we risking that? 3rd and 2. You just traded for this fucking running back who's a bowling ball, and you got Michael Carter who breaks tackles all fucking day, and you got an offensive line that's been running the ball like it's nobody's business.
Yep.
Run the damn ball on 3rd and 2. But a 3 and out off the field, he comes back in, and what do you know? Interception.
But see, the play, like even that, it's just like roll Zach out to the right, like a run pass option. Roll out,
something like that.
He can either run for the first down, hand it off, or have a quick check to a tight end. Whatever. Like
the third doesn't like running. And if the Patriots are stacking the box, I mean, how much confidence do you have, especially in this offensive line, without AVT to get that first down on 3rd and short, running the football?
We were running the
no
ball
AVT,
right
no
there.
Brees Hall.
But I don't know.
Teams are going to take away the run. We're going to keep seeing this blueprint, though. Teams are going to take away the run, and they're going to force Dak to throw the ball.
It seems like
if he's going to be hovering around 50%, he's got no shot.
So we got a bigger issue now that's been brought to my attention. Why does Primetime never say hi to Elmo?
I said hey.
That's not what the chat's telling me.
As Jomo was talking, I said very lightly. I said it. I didn't
make sure.
I didn't want to interrupt Elmo.
I mean, we have house rules around here. At least you can follow the rules. I mean, nobody else does, but at least you.
He was dishing on his all 22. I didn't want to interrupt.
So Jomo, I mean, going forward, I mean, I think the same thing. I think Zach I think he's overwhelmed, dude. I think once he doesn't get his first read, he feels pressured to make some kind of big throw, big play. He's not managing the offense effectively. But now it's like this comes into coaching now too, where you got to pull him on the sideline. Be like, listen, dude, you've got to reel it in. Like you're costing us yards, you're costing us drives, you're costing us points. Is it fixable within a week? Is this going to be a year-long process? Like how long to get this straightened out?
I think it's.
There's your answer.
I think. I really think that based off of what I saw in the first half, I think that there's a lot of hope here. He really had a good first half. When he is quick with the ball, quick getting it out of his hands. I mean, he could get the ball where it needs to go. It's just. I don't know. It's alarming seeing that when he does have these rollouts, he's missing the open guys, and he's just always looking for the deep shot. And I don't know that like there was a couple times where he rolls out and there's just wide open guys that he's like literally running parallel with, and he's not hitting them. Now, hopefully, he watches the same thing I watched, and he says to himself like, "Look, all this shit is correctable. Don't throw those last 2 fucking picks." Throw them into the stands, but at what point? Talking about a whole different game.
But see, the one thing is, and listen, he's got a lot of improvement to do. He's got to take a lot of responsibility on for himself. But at what point do the coaches get held accountable? But like, listen, like you have to have in-game adjustments. You got to make This call, but
we
you
lost.
gotta, but right, like
All
you
right.
gotta at some point the coaches gotta be, you've got to reel them in. You got to have them figured out, and like you're costing us too much now because this isn't the first week this has been happening, man. It's been happening for 3 weeks.
Yes, and there was another interceptable play too, where and like just like you said, it's been happening for a few weeks. Where and like you guys said yesterday, he's been getting lucky, and that's something that Tyrone said. You know, he got really lucky the last couple of weeks not throwing these interceptions. But you know what? I look at it as you live with the sword, you die by the sword, kind of thing. I mean, he's in his second year. Yes, we
haven't been living by him because he hasn't been winning games for us. He's been managing them. He's been basically the Brees Hall was carrying the defense was carrying him. He wasn't. We didn't get the good part of the sword yet.
No, but it'll come. I mean, these shots that he's taking.
So it's Christmas. That's a couple months.
He's got to know when to take his shots and when not to. And there's going to be a learning curve.
We're saying the same
with
thing
that.
last year, though. When does that start to click? And at what point do you owe it to the rest of the guys in that locker room to give them a chance if he's not?
Well, I don't know. Can we really bench him? Like, do we really want to give?
Let me give you a scenario, and this is for everybody that wants to come on and talk shit to me. Is if he pulls the same shit this week that he did last week, I would pull him and put Mike White in because what's going to happen is the fans are going to be yelling and chanting Mike White's name. It's going to be a fiasco and
the locker room, dude. The locker room's going to start to turn on him.
Yep.
The defense is fucking playing out of their mind.
Yep.
They're going to start to turn on him. The receivers are already starting to turn on him.
You got to hold them accountable. But even but the other thing too is that you can't try to hold everybody else accountable and watch this kid play haphazardly and keep encouraging. Like, all right, go back out there. Yeah. Meanwhile, you're a 5-3 team trying to stay relevant, make a move, make a run, do all those other things. You just have to hold them accountable, dude. Yep. You have to.
Yeah. The thing that where I stand on it is he's not making I don't know how to say this. He's not making mistakes to where the defense is playing tricks on him,
No, that's the whole thing. He's not forcing through. He's not forcing through.
Exactly.
It's not
good. He's making the mistakes himself. These are all on him, 100%. And like I said, I was going to say, there was another play where he threw it up to Conklin, and that was another play that could have been intercepted. Conklin in the end zone, McCourty was right on him, and there was two guys coming underneath. That's another ball. Just throw it in the stands. Yep. I mean, at some point he has to learn. And yes, next week the crowd's going to be rough on him. If the crowd gets on him, I mean, yeah, I do think you have to sit him down and put Mike White in. But
could be what's best for him long term.
It's
not that you're quitting on him. It's not that you're giving up on him. It's you're acknowledging that right now he's not ready.
Well, no, but see
after the bye.
Well,
that would depend how Mike White does. I think.
Yeah, I mean, if
your offense is rolling, then I don't know.
Yeah, he's in a tough spot, man, because the fans are doubting him. The media's ready for the first moment of just weakness or poor play. Everybody's waiting for that bad moment. If Zach comes out and plays well, it's just the thing. You made a really good point, though. It's if he was throwing contested passes and 50-50 ball, and Garrett Wilson gets pumped that away, and those kind of interceptions, you're all right, listen, those are just. That's what's going to happen. These are stupid, reckless things. He's bouncing passes for screen passes. He's passes are getting deflected. All kind of shit's going wrong. He's got to be overall better. And there's a tremendous amount of pressure on this weekend because you're trying to figure out what Jets team's going to show up. The defense is going to show up. You know that. What offense can this offense go toe to toe with the Bills defense? A Bills defense is going to say, you know what, we're going to stop the run. Zach, can you beat us? And furthermore, how will this coaching staff handle Zach? Will they actually let him throw the ball and be aggressive? Or are they going to put handcuffs on and be you know what, dude? 3-step drop. You know what I mean?
The Bills defense also getting Tre'Davious White back.
He probably play a lot, though.
But how about we utilize Elijah Moore? No better week to get him going. Got to figure out some kind of way.
I think this is another week where we see him air it out again. I think we're going to
have no choice. He's going to have to air it out every week, dude. Teams are going to take away the run now at this point. Teams are going to take away the run. He's got to make throws.
Yeah, but they're going to have to be jumbo package to cover Don Miller.
Field, guys. He can really move the ball down the field. He can. If he eliminates these couple boneheaded plays that you just throw them away, I seriously think that we win this game, regardless.
Would you say did you say win this game?
Oh shit.
No, the last game. I thought we would have won that game if it weren't for the last two interceptions. Well, I think we got a chance. We got
All
a
right,
good
so-
defense.
So before we let you go, Jomo, on a scale of 1 to 10, your level of belief in Zach Wilson.
This is strictly going off of what I saw in
All
the first
22.
half.
You're our analyst. You are now our
Yeah.
analyst now. We're going to give you a new title. A scale of 1 to 10, what
I
is
don't-
your
I
level
don't
of
need
belief?
that. I'm no good at it. But on a scale of 1 to 10, based off what I saw in the first half, I have a lot of faith that if he can cancel out
No
those
ifs.
It's a number,
dumb
dude.
No
throws,
ifs.
A number between
No
1 and 10.
ifs.
1 to 10, I'll go an 8.
Whoa. All right.
I
Doubling down on the guy. I like that.
he really
Your
was good
explanation
in the
didn't sound
first
like it was
half.
about to be an 8.
Nope.
No, he really was good in the first half, man. I
But
mean,
you realize there's 2 halves to a game, though, right?
yes, and in the second half, he had dumb fucking plays that can be eliminated, and when he does, we win that Patriots game.
All right.
Now, I don't know if it's always going to be a tight game like that, and somehow we were still in it at the end, but at some point he's got to be the one that makes us blow out teams.
We got you recorded as an 8. Jomo, have yourself a good night. Tell your
You
dog
guys-
we
you
said
guys
hi.
too.
He was trying to
Have a
say
good
hi.
one.
We appreciate your dog.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
Later, dude.
Have a good night, man.
Take care.
See, prime time. We have a new analyst now. We have an all 22 guy now.
We have an all 22 and we have a cap guru.
This is
And we have
exciting
musical
stuff here.
talent. We got
We
everything.
got all kinds of stuff here. So we're gonna go to. I mean, if you're gonna wear sunglasses on the stream, you got to come on. I mean, what are we doing here?
No,
What is-
listen. I gotta,
this-
you know,
is
I
this-
gotta.
Are you in hiding? Is that why?
No,
this
I
Top
gotta,
Gun?
I gotta be like some of the Jet fans and some of the content creators out there that are wearing the
Stop
Jets
content
goggles today. I'm serious, dude.
Ooh.
I'm putting people on notice because I'm sick and tired of
Ooh.
people making excuses for Zach Wilson and all this different stuff. If we're not going to make excuses for Sam Darnold, we're not going to make excuses for Wilson. Let's be honest here. Let's be honest. I wasn't, actively in the chat yesterday, but I was watching your stream last night. And people were like, "Oh, it's one bad game." Have you lost it? I'm serious. You're watching. It's so weird because people are overlooking the fact that we. Yes. Oh, what's going on, Elmo? He's the real.
Elmo
deal.
could have waited. Keep going with your rant.
No, I wouldn't. No.
No, but I'm saying these people. This guy's better than Darnold, but I just don't understand. If we have to be honest with ourselves and take off the Jet goggles as I dropped on the floor, Darnold kind of showed more than Wilson in his first 2 seasons or up to this point. Zach Wilson has no excuse. Maybe the coaching's bad or maybe they're teaching him bad things, but he has talent around him. We got to stop making
Not
excuses.
as bad as
for
what
Zach
Darnold
Wilson.
had.
No, I understand 100%.
And he had to
And
learn a
people-
new offense in year 2. Zach
That's-
Wilson's in the same offense with better weapons. What excuse does he have?
100%. It's just I'm sick and tired of people making excuses. He played a great defense last week against. Thank you, Paul. He was making. He played the Denver defense last week. He played this defense. He played that defense. Every quarterback from Ryan Leaf to Tom Brady has played a good defense at least once in their career.
Yep. Agreed.
And it's all about stepping up. You know what? I'll be honest. The Patriots defense was not that scary in my eyes from watching the game. They weren't complex. Zach Wilson had to find the holes. He couldn't figure it out for some reason because it was, as Tyson said, it wasn't one of those defenses where, he's thrown in triple coverage. These are just stupid. He's taken, lots of time for no reason. Just chuck the ball and live another day. And his comments, I get bored with throwing the ball out of bounds.
Oh,
Dude, it's the smarter play. Sometimes you got to put your head on your shoulders. And then he also said yesterday, do you shoulder the blame for the loss? No, but I got to play better. Okay, let's throw the teammates under the bus. And nobody's covering this, by the way. Nobody. Except you guys. I'm not sucking up. I'm being realistic.
I'm just a hater. I'm just labeled as a hater. But the thing is, you're completely on point here, dude. It's like there is a portion of the fan base that wants to support Zach. The fact is, we all want to see Zach play well. I don't enjoy
100%.
making videos ripping the quarterback, but we've also seen bad quarterback play over the years. We know
Right.
what and the thing is, it's like, all right, you're just a Jets content creator. Okay. What is Dan Orlovsky? What is Kurt Warner? What is TJ Wilson? What is that? TJ Wilson, or his name is? Dude, they're all breaking it down and be like, what the fuck is this kid doing? He's not running the offense. He's not making good reads. He looks overwhelmed. The game looks too fast. That's NFL analysts. That's not me.
Right.
That's them saying that. I'm just going to put my dumb ass what I know about watching football. It's just not good, dude. And it's like, I have questions about the coaching staff. I don't know what they're teaching him during the week. the scripted plays? Are they working on his footwork? Are they working on his mechanics? If we're seeing the same thing 3 weeks in a row, it's a problem. But he's been lucky because they've been winning.
And it's a problem because this was a problem last year too. And we don't know this, but is he actually registering what the coaching staff is telling him? For all that these are the unknowns. I'm not trying to speculate, but it's just so awful. Like how like Joe Burrow played like shit yesterday, and there were people out there, criticize Joe Burrow like you do Zach Wilson. Joe Burrow led his team to a fucking Super Bowl.
Like apples
are
and
you
oranges.
Serious? Like come on,
comparable.
people. Let's get the goggles off.
I was saying last night, the reason I tend to give LaFleur a minor break is just because the offense has looked so much easier under 3 different quarterbacks. The passing game just looks so much more in sync. Like Flacco, Mike White, Josh Johnson, like they looked like they were like they had chemistry with their receivers. The offense looked easy. With Zach, never at any point has it looked easy with him. It's always a struggle every play, even the easy throws.
Regarding the whole like LaFleur blaming stuff, listen, I thought they should have ran the ball more. 15, 14 times is not enough in my eyes, but I think you could also argue the Patriots keyed in on that because Belichick is smart. He's going to be like, okay, let's have Zach Wilson beat us. But looking at all those interceptions, all bad mechanics. You see the first interception, Ty Johnson over the middle. He steps back off his back foot and he airmails Johnson, which is a simple check down. That's easily an interception. You could have recognized him earlier in the route. One of the other interceptions, Garrett Wilson was heading deep and Zach Wilson just missed him. And then one of the other interceptions, Jeff Smith was running right across, was running like a crossing route, and Zach Wilson just does not notice him. Like, the thing is, just don't get that.
He's either always looking for the big play downfield or he doesn't know what he's looking at. Because even the 4th and 5, like there's many times when the pocket collapses, he goes backwards. Just step up. Yeah. Run up, or when he's scanning downfield, look what's actually literally in front of you, which is open field. Run for 5 yards, slide, live for another day. You get a positive out of it, and you move on. Like
you wonder if maybe somebody got in his head about running with the football after the injury in the preseason.
That 4th and 5 towards the end of the game where he missed Conklin in a double team, wide open hole up the middle. Why doesn't he take it? Like, why is he a pocket quarterback? Is that the coaching staff? Is that him? I'm telling you, it's all between the ears with Zach Wilson.
Maybe
he has the talent. Exactly.
But even Trent Dilfer, because right now when a Jets quarterback struggles, they pull out every analyst in the world to find ways to pick him apart. But even Trent Dilfer said things. He's like, listen, is he actually listening to the coaching? Is he trying to play his own game and like just working the Jets offense, or is he actually adapting to the offense? Like you can't bring your BYU shit to the NFL because it's not going to work. We've already seen it. And it's like, it's week after week after week. And it's the whole thing. We've been talking about this for what? 3 weeks, probably
3 weeks,
4 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yep. And it's not being like we're hating on Zach. Our whole goal here is to find holes in his game and see, does he develop as the season plays out? Because by the end of this year, you want to know what you have. And right now, there's not one facet of his game other than he didn't throw turnovers for 3 weeks in a row, but they only had 100 passing yards. Where is he improving at? What's the improvement? He gets
eluding
in and out of the
defenders.
huddle faster.
He can elude defenders. Yeah, that's it. And again, still that bothers me because again, is he identifying the blitz? Is he even like at that stage where he can identify a blitz?
He looks like he is.
Call
at the
out
line
protections, know where his checkdowns are. Like, is he able to do that shit?
He looks like
100%. It's like now you get to a point. You guys bring it up as well. Everybody's like, oh, don't play Mike White, don't play Joe Flacco. They sucked in the preseason. They suck this, they suck that. Wilson's better. But how do we know? Because we're in a critical stage right now. We're 5-3. We didn't expect to be 5-3. Am I correct? I'm
correct.
Probably correct. Yeah. And you got to choose between developing Zach Wilson, which would piss off most of the locker room. Let's be real, because the defense is playing their heart out, and guys like Dwayne Brown and LaMarcus Joyner could have retired. They said, no, I want to play for the Jets. And Sal also has to decide, do I sacrifice my quarterback for winning? You cannot be half pregnant. You have to choose a direction. So in my eyes,
I 100% disagree. You can play Zach Wilson now and still win football games. He's got to play smart, fundamental football. And you can win games, dude. It's that easy. Your defense is going to keep you in every game. Your special teams is going to help you. You have enough playmakers on offense to run a fundamental fucking West Coast offense, spread the ball around, and be successful. You don't need to be a hero. To me, it's like fundamentals, man. It's just play within the system, listen to what you're being coached, get rid of the football, and stop trying to be a hero.
I'm gonna retract a little bit. I should have put a little more clarity towards the winning section. Like, if you're trying to, like, if Zach Wilson keeps spinning around and he doesn't improve, and you're still going with him, that's like the issue. That's what I'm saying.
Oh
like,
yeah, that's
and
absolutely.
then, then eventually, what would happen is the locker room's going to turn on Robert Saleh, and then he's going to get his ass fired. I'm sorry, like, I don't want to predict that, but you got to be like, you got to take the pride away. You got to be like, okay, you know what, dude, you're not working. We're doing what's best for the team.
No, what you do is you take Robert Saleh's own comments and put them right back in his face, giving your team the best chance to win. When Zach stops being that option, Zach has to stop playing. Period. That's it. Like, yes, you want to develop him, you want to grow, you want to learn. If you're becoming you're defeating the whole process because you can't score points, or you're giving up turnovers recklessly, you've got to come out of the game. That's why I would have benched him on Sunday after the third one. The third one, you would have came out of the game. That's it. You do the same shit this Sunday, guess what? The stadium is going to be a zoo. The Mike White chant you'll be able to hear in Connecticut. Like, it's going to be a disaster.
It pissed me off the way listen, I don't like Elijah Moore. It pissed me off the way what they did to him was ridiculous. Like, that was like, oh, I showed you. Again, I don't want to take too much of the call up, but first of all, I want to thank Primetime for his excellent cooking.
But no, hold on.
Pork belly.
Fuck Primetime's cooking. We've got a problem now.
I know what it is.
So I haven't watched the film yet. I didn't watch the all 22, but I heard.
Can we bring it? Is there any way like we can?
We got somebody put on hold, man. We're gonna do it. We'll do a special show for that. The all 22 says that your shotgun was horrific.
Yeah, I would happen to agree. But Tyson, I also got something on you now.
You got nothing on me.
Prime time.
I'd like to know why your shotgun was bad though.
Did
you not prepare?
Well,
it was his first one. That's his excuse.
Yes, I guess we could, make the excuse.
My first one wasn't that bad
because John was there. My friend John was there.
Drink the liquid that's coming out of the hole,
and he didn't tell me to like angle it. He's like, "Oh, you should have knew." I'm like, "John, this is my first time."
It's gravity, bro.
It was just coming down right down my shoulder. I realized watching the film again that it was so bad coming down my shoulder.
Second thing is, where's Jose's hat?
I'm gonna mail it to him.
Don't worry. I thought it was already in the mail.
That's gonna be. It's not gonna be in his.
Away he goes.
Oh.
No hat, no conversation.
Wow.
Out he goes.
Wow.
That's it. He didn't mail. He promised it. Tyrone's there, but he's not there. Bubs, what's up, man?
How's it going?
What's up, Bubs?
You look really serious, man. Are you all right?
He looks angry.
Yeah, okay. I'm fine. Well, I'm angry at Wilson and the Jets, but I'm all right. Just watching the Phillies game, World Series.
What's the score? Is there a score yet?
2-0. Harper hit a 2-run.
Yeah, Harper hit a bomb.
Let's go. That's what I'm talking about.
Why are you rooting for the Phillies, man?
I like Harper.
You hate Philly fans just like I do.
Hey, Elmo. Yeah, I want to see the Phillies win because I can't stand Houston. But yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with Jomo and Luca with Wilson. I mean, he played like garbage. There's really no other way to put it. I mean, his first half was good. I did watch the film, but I didn't take notes like Jomo. But I mean, everybody's kind of spot on. You guys are spot on. Jomo and Luca are spot on. Like, he played bad, and there a lot of these throws are like it's fixable mistakes, but it's these same things that we saw last season where he's trying to play hero ball. He's trying to make down in the game. And he's throwing the ball 30 yards downfield. Like, the one play Jeff Smith was right in front of him. The whole back off his back foot across the middle to Ty Johnson was terrible, which then resulted in, I know obviously the pass interference was terrible, but the Jets aren't in that situation if Zach Wilson doesn't make that terrible throw, so, that it just continues to pile up. And then like the one throw where he had the interception. Well, I think that was the one where he was trying to, or said that he was trying to throw it out of bounds. I don't know.
Yeah. And he didn't even reach.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know how hard it is to throw it out of bounds. Like, just throw the ball out of bounds. Like, I don't get it. It's so frustrating because it's all like Darnold did the same thing. Like Darnold, and I'm not trying to compare, but Darnold would always he would always like throw off his back foot across the middle, or never throw the ball out of bounds, or take a terrible sack. Like Wilson, it's like, I understand you don't want to throw it out of bounds. It's not your goal, but like I'd rather him throw it out of bounds than throw 3-4 dumb interceptions. And that one play, Mims was open.
He got bored with doing that, though. He got bored with doing that. And that's what I don't understand.
Yeah.
Like it was working. They were successful with it. Like they were playing winning football with him, just throwing it away and living for the next play. But like the hero shit, like that's the stuff he was doing as a rookie. You
Mhm.
can't have that now in year 2. The
Yeah.
defense is too good to be doing that.
Yeah.
So wait,
it's
so
just-
Tyrone's saying hello, but Kevin, Tyrone, we can't see him in his camera. You
I
see him
just
down?
I see a gray screen. That's it.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell him. Like he's trying to like we know you're here, dude. We can't see you though. That's the problem. Sorry, Buzz. We didn't mean to distract you.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, I mean, like that one play, Mims was open, and then the safety came over the top, and then Garrett Wilson was wide open, like wide open. He broke late,
Yeah.
but Wilson still had the ball, and he still could have threw it. It's just he's not seeing it, whatever it is. He's not like he's just not seeing it. Like it's just the game seems too fast for him right now, and it's just like it's that's concerning because I understand it's only 18 games in. But these are rookie mistakes. Like these are rookie mistakes that he's making, and I'm not giving up on him yet. Nobody should give up on him. I mean, it's not, it is only 18 games. You can't give up on him yet. You hope that you could continue to see progress, but like he's got to fix this fast because the locker room, you guys mentioned it, locker room's going to start to lose hope.
And
if
you're LaFleur though, like what do you even do to try to make his life easier?
Yeah, I would say short throws, but he struggles with those. Like
That's what I'm saying.
He can't make the short throws. That's another thing too. And that was something that's something I liked about Flacco. As much as, the Jets would lose a lot of these games with Flacco quarterback because he just stand there like a statue and get nailed. That's the one thing I'll say about Zach, that he has when he's had to run out of the pocket, although he makes dumb decisions, he has escaped a lot of sacks. Flacco would just stand there and get nailed. But what Flacco would do is, and I know you're comparing a guy that's been Super Bowl champion, been in the league forever, to a guy that's in his second season and missed a part of this year, but he would take some off his throws. Like you don't see that with Wilson sometimes. Like he still rifles them like 3 yards away and just rifles them, and they're not accurate. And it's like
that's what's so concerning too. It's not just one thing as far as decision making. You can point to footwork. You can, I mean, there's a laundry list of things that you can point to that he's got to improve upon. So I don't even know, like everyone's blaming LaFleur for part of this, which I understand. You could utilize more, a lot better. I think you could utilize Berrios a little bit more. But at the end of the day, it falls on your quarterback to make not only the easy throws, but the right decisions, which he's not doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally agree. It's just
so then how do you? So now you're playing the Bills this weekend. One of the best teams in football, easily. Very good defense, very good offense. In order to stay in the game, you're going to have to score points.
Yeah.
Saleh in his press conference said that Zach Wilson's this guy, minus injuries, not coming out of games or whatever else. But like at some point, I mean, you have to hold him to some kind of standard this week, right? Like he can't, if he plays literally poorly for a first half or when the third quarter, you got to consider taking him out, right?
Yeah, well, I would definitely consider that. I'm not for benching Wilson and just playing Mike White against Buffalo. I'm not for that because I was at the game last year when Mike White threw 4 interceptions and Flacco had to come in, and that was brutal. I know a different team and stuff, but he did not play good last year against Buffalo. So I would still start Zach this week. But, I mean, you're right. Like, if he goes out there and, I don't know, and, I mean, this would just be brutal. But let's just say it's 21-3 at halftime, and he's got, like, 2 interceptions, and he's thrown for, like, 50 yards, and he's got, like, I don't know, he's, like, 8 for, like, 19 or something, 2 picks and barely throwing any yards, and the Jets' offense isn't going anywhere, and we're getting smoked. You should bring in Mike White. Like, you have nothing to lose. Game's over. Like, bring him in, see what you got. I mean, if Mike White goes out there and throws 4 picks, well, I don't know. I mean,
then you learn that it's not
tough.
just Zach Wilson. Then maybe there's another issue.
Yeah, then the problems could be internally, unless if you try Chris Streveler.
So now the last thing I have for you is the whole Elijah Moore, Denzel Mims thing. Neither one of these guys got traded. They're both desperately needed right now with Corey Davis banged up and the offense struggling. Do you think it's the responsibility of the offensive coordinator to get them a lot more involved?
Yeah, I didn't get why Elijah Moore wasn't out there more. What was he? 7 plays?
Yeah, it was
8
just.
plays?
I think at the start of the fourth quarter, he only had like 5 snaps.
That was intentional. That was some
Yeah.
bullshit from the coaching staff, but whatever.
Yeah, I definitely think they got to get him more involved because I understand the whole trade request and everything was extremely frustrating. And, I know, it was, he didn't handle it the best way. But you got to try to just move on from that. I mean, like you hear all these comments from Douglas today. You heard it from Saleh, like he's a New York Jet. We want him here. We fielded calls, but we're not going to give him up. We want him here for a long time. Like all those great things, then play him. Like, what statement are you trying to make throwing him out there for 10 plays and not even targeting
Especially
him,
when
really,
he was
you know?
inactive last week. The punishment was
exactly.
last week.
That
Now
should have
you're,
been
Yeah,
the end of it.
you're
exactly.
only punishing your team now by not playing him this week.
It's
That's
like
ridiculous.
And you got to get him involved. And again, like these deep throws, if Wilson can't make these deep throws, like he's big underneath. Get him underneath. You know, those 5-yard routes. If Wilson sees him, because he didn't see Jeff Smith, but if Wilson what's so frustrating is like him and Zach Wilson last year had such a good they just had good chemistry towards the end of the year. And you know, they go out to Idaho and they got a good bond and all that stuff. And it's like it's fractured now. You hear him in the post game saying, "I don't know, I don't get the ball." It's almost like now they got to like get that chemistry back.
Yeah, and that's the
that
thing.
shouldn't
Now
be happening.
It's like a distraction because now it's like he figured he was inactive. He comes back. You know you need him. You barely play him. So after the game, he's probably like, you know, fuck you guys. Like I'm here and you're gonna treat me like this. I'm gonna treat you the same way then. Now it's a glorified pissing contest. That's all it is. Like, but who's gonna be the bigger person? It's got to be Saleh and it's got to be LaFleur. But listen, you're here the rest of the year. Like we literally need you. You need us. You want your stats? You've got to play a lot better. We want to win. You've got to play a lot better. So it's the benefit of both of them to make plays.
Yeah.
So they got to meet in the middle and figure it out.
Yeah, exactly. And like you mentioned, like if he wants to build, if he has a big year, he plays well the rest of the year, you know, his value is only going to go up, and it's going to help both parties. You know, he's going to go elsewhere, get a ton of money and all that stuff. But one more thing before, you know, you guys can let me go. The third down stuff too. I know Jomo mentioned it, but what annoys me the most is it's not even just sometimes like the not running, but because I agree with running on 3rd down and 2, but if you can get like a quick slant or something, do it. I'm fine with it. But what annoys me is, and I think it happened, what, first or second possession? I think it was, I forget. It might have been first possession. I think it went 3 and out. But like it's 3rd down and 2, and they throw the ball like 25 yards downfield.
It drives me insane.
And it's like a one-on-one near the sideline. Like it's got to be a perfect throw. You need 2 yards, and you're throwing the ball 30 yards downfield. Like what's
not the first time they've done that too.
Yeah.
They had one a few weeks ago where they went deep to Conklin. There's the 3rd and 1 rollouts to the left. Like some of this play calling.
We joke around in the streams, dude. Like 3rd and 3 or less, you worry. Like the 3rd and 3 or less, you panic. Like they don't know what they can't. It's like 45
they overthink
yards
it.
for them.
They overthink it.
3rd and 3, they'll throw 25 yards down that field. Then 3rd and 10, they'll throw like a 2-yard screen, you know, so they can get to like 8 yards and be 4th down and 2.
It's
just
true.
I don't know. I hope they beat Buffalo.
I got a really important question for you. Yep. You had the honor and privilege, which is a tremendous privilege, to actually interview Kevin Sirkin. What was that like?
It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed interviewing both.
How much did he charge for that?
All free, always.
Yeah, I appreciate it for both of you guys coming on. I really enjoyed
appreciate you having me, man. You're doing a good thing with that channel.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Have a good night, man. Thanks for calling in.
Yep. Thank you. You too. Have a good one.
All right, we're cruising right along. And just so you guys know, Tyrone was in the studio. We could not see him on his camera. That's why we not bring him on, because it's just going to be just a spot of grayness on the screen. So it's not our fault. I swear to God. We will go to our good friend Joe Cat. What's up, man?
Oh, what's up, boys?
What's up,
I'm glad I sold those tickets. Terrible game. Terrible with Zach Tyson. By the way, you were great on that podcast a couple hours ago. Fantastic.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Fantastic. Absolutely terrible from Zach. And this is the problem, is that we're 5-3 now. And if this kid plays like this, and you're going to, hey, what's up, Elmo? If this kid plays like this, continues, and we're going to be 5-4. Okay. Patriots, again, we're going to get smoked this weekend. We're going to get eviscerated. Not even a question. We're going into the bye. What is it going to be? 5-4. So that's better than anyone expected. But if Saleh's going to let this kid play out like this, you're going to have a lot more people requesting trades.
Yeah, but here's my question for you though. Yeah. So you have this game against Buffalo where they're going to score points. Even though our defense is good, you're going to have to. Right. Zach's going to have to make plays. If you're the coaching staff, how do you handle them? Do you say, you know what, you've got to throw it, kid? Like you
got to throw it, and the first interception you're coming out. The fact and the other thing that people aren't talking about: how many more times do I got to watch Coach Saleh go to 3 minutes, 2 minutes left in the first half, and go to halftime with 3 timeouts? Why doesn't this guy ever call a timeout for this kid not to rush around? Tyrone,
Yo,
yo,
See, that's how it works, man. You put the
Only
camera on, you come
44
on the
minutes
show.
late.
That's how it usually works.
right.
yo.
There you go.
Don't
ahead,
even
Jim.
try that, bro. I've been in the chat for a minute. Yo, big ups to the chat, though. And
Hold
Bub,
on, Tyrone, but you're interrupting. You come on the show late. You're interrupting poor Joe's rant right now.
No,
I love Joe.
yeah, Tyrone. I mean, Tyrone's going to agree with this. I mean, this is, again, 2 minutes. You have a 2-minute drill here. You have a second-year quarterback. This guy loves going into halftime with 3 timeouts. Call a timeout for the kid. It's a minute 47. They're walking up to the line. Minute 25. They're walking up to the line. Call the timeout. What do you?
When Zach threw that first interception, there was 50 seconds left, and they
That's
were
what I'm saying.
crossing midfield. I mean,
Right.
they still had plenty of time, though.
They had plenty of time, but call a time.
I think the bigger fear was that you score too quickly, and then you give Belichick the ball back, and they still have timeouts, and they had a chance to get a field goal back.
This kid, don't worry about the time. This kid's got to throw a touchdown pass. It's ridiculous. We've seen now. This is the problem. You're going to let this kid play out. If he doesn't get any better, he's going to be the reason we don't make the playoffs. And that's straight up. And it's not fair to the other 52 people playing on this.
That's just what I was going to ask you. At 5-4 now, I mean, assuming they lose to Buffalo, at 5-4 coming out of the bye, I mean, do you start to change the expectations a little bit and say, you know what, we got to play the best quarterback? It's not just about Zach building; it's about the rest of the team playing well and having a shot at the playoffs.
Right now, I think we're not 1-6. Okay, that's where we all thought we were going to be, was 1-6. Then you could say, oh, we're going to take this year to develop Zach. Then we're 5-3. We're in the hunt now. You need to do what is best for the team. The same as if Sauce Gardner sucked, you would take him out and play another cornerback. 100%. That's it. This kid stinks. He stinks. And the fact that they didn't pull him yesterday, even after the second one, the fact that this kid can't throw out of bounds is baffling to me. Okay, this is some of the worst. Yesterday was 2 days ago was some of the worst quarterback play I've ever seen on this team. And worse. And
to your point, it's like just say, and we're always going worst case scenario, but just based on your last performance, Zach didn't play well. If he doesn't play well against Buffalo, that Patriot game is enormous, dude. Yep. That is a must win for your tiebreakers, your division, the playoff, for every little thing you want to mention about winning. That game is a must win. If there's a time to change a quarterback, man, that's probably the time to do it. That's the game you got to do it because listen, we could all be hopeful, whatever it is. We're gonna get smoked on Sunday. Smoked, completely eviscerated. I think so too. Man, that's it. Don't we'll have a couple good defensive plays, couple good runs here, but we're gonna get smoked. This is not the game you want Zach Wilson to turn the page on because he's gonna look like shit. And just like you said, the Mike White chance are gonna be right to Connecticut after the first drive with this kid. The fact that this kid runs back 25 yards is baffling. I've never seen anything.
Hey, Joe, I want to say this right here, and I want to touch on a couple of points. I was watching the show. Listen, I think Jomo was correct. I think Buzz was correct. I think Luca was correct. The unnecessary mistakes, that's my biggest problem with him. It's, what I'm saying, is, not throwing the ball away, taking chances when you don't have to, not being able to read defenses, not able to go to your second read. And what the Jomo breakdown was kind of good because what he was saying is like there was guys open. I mean, in prime time, we're talking about that during the game. It was guys open. So my problem is this, man. Like, listen, and I think everybody's correct tonight. That Patriot game is the biggest game of the season right there, because if he plays bad, which we know he's gonna play bad Sunday, but if he throws 3 or 4 interceptions, bro, you got doing that bye week. You have to make it. You have to make some kind of decision. It's not fair to the other team, bro. You got to do what's best for the team, and that John Franklin Myers contract is really paying dividends. Let me tell you. No. Whoa. This guy's incredible. Did you see that the league apologized to the Jets though? Yeah, please. It's a typical Patriot call, but that's the thing is, even if they got to apologize, they got 3 of them. These guys got to, you can't touch the quarterback anymore. All these guys in the league know that you might as well put flags on them. Yeah, but you know what? Listen, man, I hated it. This is the 3rd time John Franklin Myers has done this, but he's been playing very good football, dude. The penalty sucked. The C.J. Mosley penalty was horrific too. That was bullshit. But not roughing the kicker was bullshit. But that's the Jets, as long as I've been following this team, never gets fucking calls. We never get calls ever. No. But we argued about this last night. But it's like, dude, at halftime they're still winning though, dude. They gave us the one call
right back with the holding, right?
Yeah, which is
Yeah,
bullshit though.
but
Which
that
was
was the game. But
Lost a
Joe, that
touchdown.
was Joe. 17-3 is like we said last night. That was a whole different game. And Tyson, you know what? I went back last night and I watched the show again today, and you're absolutely correct, Tyson. Going to the halftime 10-6, it does not matter. You should have still came out with some kind of intensity. But my problem is this, and I'm saying and maybe the defense is seeing this. Maybe the defense is getting tired of Zach, bro. Y'all think about that shit?
Of
Like
course.
they're out there busting their ass, and this
Of
kid
course.
is
Well,
making
this is
reckless
yeah,
throws,
but
man.
The elephant in
Tyrone,
the room. They all know where the problem is.
yeah, but
right
this
now.
is
Absolutely.
this is the first game that Zach actually cost them because they were winning in spite of him. Now they lost because of him. So now it's like, okay, how many games where this happened before they're like, you know what? Fuck this guy. Put Mike White in because
Right.
one thing people don't realize, well, maybe they do, they just don't want to acknowledge, is when Mike White came in, this team rallied around him in a big friggin' way.
Yep.
He revved up the whole team, defense, offense, the huddle. They were right. Dude, they were galvanized 100% behind this kid. So you had a horrible game against Buffalo. Everybody started shitting on him. He played good against the Colts, but he got hurt. So he had Zach doesn't play good against Buffalo either.
Right.
So it's
I'm saying the good defense talk about, we didn't hear that for Mike White against Buffalo. I've heard it the last 3 weeks for Zach Wilson. I didn't hear that for Mike
Never.
White.
But hold on, Tyson. You said some dope ass shit right there, bro. And I think it just flew under the radar. Tyson said, "Yo, we lost this game because of him, but we won games despite him, right?"
Mhm.
Imagine him throwing the ball more in the last game. Do you think they already knew what the fuck he was going to end up doing? Like,
Yes.
listen, I really think that what y'all been saying earlier was correct. And I think Trent Differ, which I hate that motherfucker, but I'm saying this right here. Yo, he's not following the offense, bro.
Yep.
It's him. It's not the offense, prime time. It's him. He's doing that BYU shit,
Off
throwing the
script
ball.
shit.
Yo, exactly.
It doesn't
Joe
work in the
Cat,
NFL.
Joe Cat, you said it best, man. Why is this cat running 25 yards
No, it's
back, bro?
The other
It's
thing-
ridiculous, man.
The other thing's ridiculous. He can't complete 5 yards. He can't do that.
Nope.
And the thing is, you're gonna let this kid play out. Let him play him out the rest of the season. Let him play him out. This way, we don't have to waste the third year with this.
Yeah, but
kid.
see, and in all due respect, dude, I don't agree with that either. Listen, you're giving him a chance to start games.
Right.
That's a privilege. You've earned that because we believe in you.
Right.
If you spit it away, how many times do you let somebody spit in your face and
Oh,
say, you know what? Let me have another one. Okay,
Right.
you blew it last week. You play Buffalo.
Right.
You don't play well again, bro. At the end of the day, it's about winning. Yes, we want to see you grow. We want to see you improve. At the same time, you've got to show growth and improvement.
Right.
If you're not showing that and we're losing, guess what? You got to sit, dude.
Right.
That's the way this shit
He-
works.
He's
You
out.
said earlier, you got to be held accountable. If you're holding everybody else accountable, but the most important player on the field, that's not. You can't
Yeah.
win like that. That's
Yeah.
bad coaching, and it leads to a coach getting fired. Listen, there's no way that you can. I know offense coordinator is not telling this kid to throw the ball, to force the ball into 3 people. That's just bad. Listen, it's him. And you can say whatever you want to say. I'm not a Zach hater. I love the kid. I am calling it like I fucking see it. I'm watching this kid throw in the double coverage, miss wide open receivers, and not running for the first. Like, listen, you guys said it best. I think Primetime said it last segment. He was like, "Yo, when it's 3rd and 2, you throw a 25-yard bomb.
Right.
When it's 3rd and
Situational
12,
awareness.
Exactly." But Tyson, this is him going off, and they're not telling him to go off script. They're saying if the play breaks down, there's nothing else left. Do
Throw
what
it
you
away.
do your magic. Do your magic. If it's not there, throw it away.
Right.
This kid goes from the first. Watch the Tyson. First read, he's off script. That's it for him, bro. He does, and that's why Mike White was so much better because the Mike White game. We talked about this on the show.
Gets rid of
Mike
the
White
ball
would go
fast.
read 1, read 2, read 3, ball out his hands. Tyson.
He knows right
That's-
away when that first read isn't there, and he gets right to the second and third.
Exactly.
Yeah,
He's
but
accurate with it too.
You
He puts
want a
touch
hot
on the
take?
ball.
Want a hot take? This kid ain't the guy. You wait for Jimmy G and you back up the truck for Lamar, and that's it.
Oh,
That's
Christ.
it. Because
I can't
Look,
do this.
No,
I can't do
no,
this in
no, no.
November.
Listen. Because you know what? 52 guys on that team are playing hard, and you know what? If you don't get this team to win now, you're gonna see Sauce Gardner gone. You're gonna see all these guys gone because they're gonna be like, I'm not gonna sit through another 4 years with another quarterback. This defense is ready to go. We didn't think this defense was ready to
It's
go.
a win now defense. You're not
It's
wrong.
a win now
And
defense.
Joe, you said something earlier, Joe, and I'm gonna have to give you that, bro. Yo, listen, no one expected us to be 5-3,
Right.
bro. Nobody on the show, nobody in this chat. We were thinking maybe what.
But
Tyson
we're
was
here,
saying,
so
we were
expectations
saying
go up.
We were throwing 3 and 6 at the bar. We would have been happy as shit.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So
That's it.
when we were 3-6, we'll fight through the shit with Zach. Let him learn.
Right.
We are 5-3. You
Right.
cannot do that to this organization,
Nope.
to these players,
Nope.
and to these fucking fans, bro.
Nope.
We deserve this shit.
Dude, we're
You
at the-
can't give us this shit
Right.
and then watch this kid piss it away, bro.
Right.
There's no way you can be 5-3 and tell me we're gonna have a losing season because our fucking quarterback. That is dangerous, bro.
Dude,
that's dangerous.
We went from seeing, let's just see what this team can do. These are all rookie guys, draft class or whatever, to playoffs. And now what you have to do in the offseason, if this guy sucks, and he's not the guy, we can all see he's not the guy. Kid sucks. Get Jimmy G and you offer the goddamn.
Let's get to that point first. Let's get to that point first before we do offseason.
Fucking Joe, boy.
Joe Cat, dude, is that a Kiss thing? Posters behind you?
Yeah, it's all signed and everything.
Look at you.
Yeah.
If it's music in the back, Tyson's gonna find it, ain't he, bro?
Yes,
He's
sir.
gonna find it, ain't he, bro?
I'm a music fan, man. That's cool shit. That's cool Kiss shit.
Yeah, it's good stuff, you know.
Got some Slipknot shit there too. Look at you.
Dude, I got Slipknot tattooed on my arm.
Why the fuck aren't we going to concerts? What's up, man?
Dude, what do you? I play guitar, dude.
What are we doing?
Did you guys just become best friends?
Of course.
Look, once he's at the poster prime time,
You guys want to do karate in the basement?
Stop.
I mean, this is the playroom. It's all the stuff. Yeah, Zach Wild, everything.
No shit. Are you in a band too or no?
Yeah, of course.
Where's your band play at? Why don't we don't get no invites? What the hell's going on around here?
Well, it's hard to play out now. I mean, everything on Long Island closed when COVID happened.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, terrible. And there's no venues anymore. And plus, it's like, I don't want to go. Dude, the city's such a disaster. I don't even want to go there and play. I don't even want to bring my guitar. I'll probably get stolen.
we gotta go to concerts, man. Shit.
Dude, I told you to come to Judas Priest. You didn't want to come.
Oh, that was the Barclays Center, wasn't it?
No, it was at the Coliseum. But, dude, I go to PNC all the time for concerts.
Dude, we definitely got to catch up. Thanks for calling, man. We appreciate it.
Guys.
Joe, love you, bro.
Love you.
Good, man.
Love you.
Love
later, dude.
You good, man.
Joe, that's my guy right there. Joe Cat, baby. Great show so far, man. You guys doing a wonderful job, man. Absolutely.
That's what we do, man. We're going to bring on ST. What's up, man?
What's up, man?
What's up, guys?
How you doing?
What's up, man?
Yo, chilling
Good,
at you,
man.
bro. You good, man?
Yeah.
You look real relaxed in the background, baby.
Yeah.
I like
There's a
that
lot
shit.
of photography that we do and everything. Yeah. So
That's dope, man. How you feeling, bro?
You do that yourself?
yeah, some of it. Me and my girlfriend, like, we're both photographers. So
That's awesome,
dope.
man.
That's
That's some
dope
nice
as
work.
shit, bro.
cheers. Anyway, I've been waiting to get on because it's real late here over in London.
Oh, you're in London?
Why you in London?
Yeah.
Yo,
You got to say hi to
that's
Elmo,
dope.
though, man.
Elmo, what's up, cousin?
Whoa, hey, man.
What the hell made you a Jet fan in London?
Dude, I'm from New York.
Okay.
I've just lived here for the past 15 years of my life. So New York is home, but this is where I live now. So this
I
is
hear
home.
that.
That's cool, bro. That's cool shit, bro.
And I invited you guys to come out last year when they were here and we lost the Falcons. That fucked me off.
Glad we went there for that one.
That game.
Nah, but I had a couple of points. I mean, everybody's having they're running at Zach, and I'm with that. But I don't even want to talk about that. I want to talk about what came out of his mouth rather than his play. Like that interview didn't sit well with me. I thought it was real garbage. I thought it wasn't cool. It's like, everybody wants to joke around like during the off season, with his mom's friend and all that. Oh, you got that dog in him. But it's like kindergarten's over. Like this defense, I want to take you guys back to like 2009 when we had the number one defense in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Like now we got the number 6. And these boys, I always preferred because I was always taught offense wins games, defense wins championships.
Yes,
I'm real firm. I'm still a firm believer in that.
yes,
I know, we like to talk about it's a quarterback-driven league. Pass this, quick reads that, go through your progressions, recognize, have the OC scheme people open. But I still think, with Salah, he's unproven, but he's a defensive guy. The guy's won a Super Bowl with the Hawks, the Seahawks. He's had some big personalities, some icons on the defensive side of the ball. And I just think he's finally, after 2 years, and some good drafting by JD, you know, you got a defense that's ready to compete. And for me, that's huge. So it's like when Zach is sitting here not having the big shoulders, and I don't want to bring up the past, but one thing we knew about Sam Darnold is that he was built for the New York market. He had big shoulders. And despite his play, despite everyone to talk about he saw ghosts, like the man was built for that, for the New York market.
Yep.
And I think nobody can really contest that with me. Zach, he's all right, but I just don't think he's built like that. And he really showed that to me in that stupid interview. And it's like, even Bart Scott.
It's okay to be frustrated, but
say.
it's almost like he was more arrogant about it. And I'm like, dude, like,
Smug,
what have you accomplished
he was
to
a
be
prick.
snippy with Connor Hughes? Like,
Yep.
Like,
I don't like.
he doesn't have to justify a second year leap. Like that's not a question that I mean.
Nah,
I think it's a bad question at all.
I don't like playing boring football, bro. That comment right there, bro, really rubbed me the wrong way. And it's like, yo, when you're not, listen, we watch Eli Manning, bro, never say nothing, but Eli Manning take responsibility for his team when we know it wasn't his fault. You know what I'm saying? So we're watching this kid do that, bro. So I feel you, SJ, ST. Yo, I definitely feel you on that. And listen, I think the locker room feels that, bro. Listen, to me, I think the team is shifting away from this kid. I just feel like.
Well, wouldn't you, when you're sitting there playing defense, you're playing your ass off, you're competing your ass off, and you literally know he was the reason why you lost. Yep. And for him to kind of shut it off, like, well, do you take blame for the loss? Well, not really. Like, dude, dude, what? Like, you got to say. Like, you own all of it. Like, Sam Darnold always, but your number one job as a quarterback is you own all the responsibility. I lost the game. I got to be better. I got to do this. It's always you. Point the finger back at yourself and not at anybody else. And nobody can, like, that's the way it rolls. If you start deflecting things, they're like, dude, are you serious?
When you point the finger at somebody else, you got 4 pointing back at yourself.
ST, you're spot on. Dude, that press conference, like, I watched it again. It pissed me off. I'm like, dude, this kid, like, and I get it. You get caught up in a moment. You can be frustrated. Take a deep breath. Point the finger back at yourself.
Absolutely. I had to, you know, like you, I had to watch it like a couple of times and really kind of dissect what this man was saying. And like, I didn't like that at all, because I feel like you just got everybody in a groove. You got, you know, remember year one with Salah, you guys were like, you know, we watched games and you're like, you know, something bad happened. Something didn't happen right. He had no emotion. He was just sat there.
Yep.
This man is he's dumb animated all the time. Like,
you see, he's more comfortable now. He's more comfortable in his role now.
Yep.
Yo,
it's natural. Yeah.
There's like, there was like this meme going around. It was like, there's a guy on the touchline, like keeping Salah off the field.
Yeah.
And you love to see it, right? You love to see it. But like, what you don't want to see is like your quarterback, who's supposed to be your leader. He's got his little captain badge on his jersey, like talk utter bullshit like that.
Facts.
And you know, I also want to just put in one more thing, because I know you guys got people lined up. But it's like, you know, everybody wants to talk about Elijah Moore. Yeah, the kid fucked up, but the kid is a phenomenal talent. And I'm going to take you back to another guy who's quite arrogant, but is in our Ring of Honor. And he wrote a book called "Give Me the Damn Ball."
Oh, yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
and
sir.
I think that's kind of like not even what Elijah Moore should be saying, but it's kind of like an unspoken rule. And it's up to the coaches to get that man the goddamn ball, especially if you got a banged up secondary with the Bills. And he's clearly, you know, I won't say he's the best receiver, but the man is damn good. And he's only year 2. Let this kid ball out. I don't give a damn, Zach. Like, if he's not your primary target, and you know, conquering it, like you gotta go through the progressions. You gotta go through your reads, and they gotta scheme him open, run some picks, run some hook routes.
But it should be like, but they always say it's like it's a matter of progressions. Go Garrett Wilson, Elijah Moore. Read 1, read 2. That's it. Like, it's not hard to scheme guys open, man. It's not hard to say look for this, look for this, look for this. But make Elijah Moore part of your top principles.
Tyson, they're doing that though, Tyson. He's just not looking for the open guy. He's missing the open guys, Tyson. I think that's why Elijah Moore's getting frustrated. It's like these guys are open, Tyson. He's missing them.
I get it. I'm just saying, but to the point of like using Elijah Moore you have to do it. Like, you want to do end arounds, you want to do sweeps, you want to do bubble screens. Like, try different ways. If you got to force it,
get the ball in his hands. Absolutely. Like the first couple of games when they were forcing the ball to Elijah Moore, and
they were forcing the Garrett Wilson. They're forcing it to.
No. But listen, to me, bro. Listen, I think he's more effective in the slot. Like, put him back in the slot. Let him work his magic. Him and Garrett in the open field together is a fucking problem, man. I'm telling you. Who can guard Davis them? Hurt. Absolutely, man. It doesn't make any sense. So we look back at the 6 snaps that he played last game, and it's like, damn, I know you want to punish the kid, but you're not helping the team. You know what I'm saying? You're not. Listen, and it's all. Listen, it can't be personal. It's business. It's not personal. You know what I'm saying? And your
especially
coach
Tyrone, you know what? Especially, I wasn't giving him the benefit of the doubt if they were going to trade him today. Like, you know what? We gave him a few snaps to prove that he's healthy. Then they trade him today. You have him inactive. You barely play him, and then you don't trade him. So basically, you're just being a stubborn prick on Sunday. It's all you're being.
Absolutely,
you're being spiteful.
Absolutely.
Him being inactive should have been the end of the punishment. Like, I could have justified him like not getting any snaps or whatever. Like, if that's the message that they wanted to send. But like him being inactive the week before, that's where it should have ended.
Yep.
You made him active. You needed him. You didn't have Corey Davis. You needed him, and they didn't use him. And now it's going to linger.
Yep. It's going to linger.
It's just about that take right there, what you just said, right? Like, you're right. But making him inactive, we don't know what goes on behind. We don't know what goes on at Flowing Park, right? We don't know what's said. We only know it's all speculation. As Tyson said in a video a couple of years ago, we don't know shit. So the whole point is, if someone's making him inactive, was it kind of like, on one hand, listen, kid, clear your head, you're going through it, take some time off, chill? Or was it like, let's go to your room, think about what you've done. You sit in your room and think about what you did, and then we'll come out and you can play some more. Yep. So when the next week comes by, and it's Pat's week, the man plays what, 5, 6, 7 snaps max,
6 snaps,
some shit like that.
Yeah, crazy.
So I don't even care what the reasoning was. I mean, the fact that he was inactive a week ago, that's where it should have ended. He practiced all week and he was active on game day. If he's one of your top 2 or 3 receivers and he's a legitimate weapon, why not use him? So.
Yep. Makes sense.
No, I agree with you. Get the man the goddamn ball.
Yep.
Gee, absolutely.
ST, thanks for calling, man. We appreciate it.
Great call, bro.
Guys,
excellent call, man.
Guys, respect. Thanks for bringing me on. I got work tomorrow. It's about 1:00 here, but we fall back. We fall back before you guys, so I had to get the words in.
Yo,
appreciate you
it,
staying
bro.
up for us, man.
Have a great night, man.
Great call, man.
All
Great call.
Take care, guys.
You too.
Prime time, 59:08.
Got it.
That's definitely called a week right there, man. That's awesome.
He killed that shit, bro. He was amazing.
He sure
bro.
did.
Really great call.
All right, we have an Afram fan. Look at this.
Wow.
You know Dan is mad.
V-neck.
No, but he's not even wearing a Jets shirt today.
You going to Dan?
Right now? You know Dan is mad
clubbing.
when we've been on the show for like 20 seconds and he ain't said shit. It's about to be a problem.
He's not even wearing a Jets shirt right now.
Y'all get ready. Uh-oh, it's coming.
I'm going to go the Afram route. I'm going to go nice and easy.
No, he's not.
Say hi to
you're not.
Tyson knows I let it all out Sunday with my tweets. All Monday. I got to just take a step back. What up, my man, Elmo? I can't look at you in the eye, Elmo. I can't. Not today, bro. Not today. Fellas, I can't. This is like I want to decipher everything, and I did want Zach benched on Sunday, but I kind of understood why. Get him through the whole entire thing. Let him take it. Really take it in. He messed up. There's no doubt about it. Without a doubt. Did I want him benched? Yes. Do I want him to sit down this week? Yes, I do. But you start him this week. You see what happens. If he throws one interception, you bench him. Let this benching linger throughout the bye week. You have to. It has to sink in. You guys alluded to it yesterday with Tua. Dude's been benched before. Mac Jones, he's been benched before. You got to start benching these kids. They're not even mature quarterbacks just as yet. They're kids. They think they're entitled. Shit.
You think some of that, though, is the Jets worried about the media perception? Oh, they benched Zach Wilson.
Media.
But that's how we operate.
Fuck
We
the media, man.
always worry about the media. We have fucking PR guys that send Salah a list of fucking notes and scripts that he's got to fucking recite. We're always
Kevin,
worried about the media. We always worry about the media response.
It's a moot point with the media, man. You want to win a Super Bowl or you want to win the attention of the media. Like, enough is enough. Wilson's got to be – I don't want him benched. I don't. I want him to progress. We all want him to develop. But when is enough enough? Your defense is playing top-notch defense. Dude, on 4th and 1, we stop them. Dude, we had all that momentum. And then all of a sudden, Zach Wilson before the half throws a jump ball. Dude, like those days are over with. And again, I'm just echoing what you guys said because it makes so much sense. You can't compare Josh Allen's first 18 games. You can't compare Patrick Mahomes. You can't. These guys, not only are they at different levels, they have different coaches. One of the things that I don't understand is when you select a quarterback that high, why don't you get a legit quarterback coach? Don't give me no Calabrese. No, call up Steve Young and tell him, look, we'll pay you top notch. Come here, Chad Pennington. Teach this kid who's all over the place, who's hot-headed, his footworks. There's got to be mechanics. That's where Zach Wilson is killing it. Like, in a bad way, obviously. His footwork, it's all over the place. He's backpedaling instead of jumping in right into the pocket and lasering the ball. He's full of talent. He's full of promise. He's the most promising quarterback that we've seen as Jet fans. Honestly, hands down. There's no other quarterback that we have looked within the past 30, 35 years and say, this kid got some shit. Pennington had the brains. He had no arm. Sanchez had that grit, but as time unraveled, he didn't have it. This kid has it. But unfortunately, if you keep just throwing him out there, he's going to rot. And the defense is going to rot, just like Joe Cat said. What we have on defense, these guys are going to want to leave. They're like, you know what good is this? And it goes to Elijah Moore.
No, but hold on. Just hold on 1 second. You made a really good point. Something I touched on yesterday was the coaching around him. This is my problem. Like, the whole Greg Knapp thing was quite unfortunate, right?
Yeah.
But that okay. But they pivoted from that. They went and they got Matt Kavanaugh, veteran coach, and they went out and hired their own fucking coach. So they went from having all these coaches, which they felt because their first-time coordinator and their first-time quarterback coach wasn't giving enough to their quarterback. We had to give him more coaching, more tutorship, more leadership.
So was he too coddled last year?
But then you go from that to this. So now you're back to, guess what you're back to? Still your first-time coordinator and still your first-time quarterback coach. But just with a year of experience in it. So
with no growth, Tyson, also with no growth. And Dan, you're absolutely correct. Listen, we all believe in this kid. But at some point, he has to be held accountable.
But that's not my point's the opposite, though. Listen, we're saying he has to be held accountable, but look at, and this is where I got roasted today by some clown on fucking Twitter. Look at the coaching that's there. Brian Dable came in, and look at Daniel Jones playing right now. Cleaned up all his shit, and this kid's playing much better football. How many times do you see certain coaches, clean up a quarterback's act? Right now, this coaching staff, Saleh, LaFleur, and Calabrese, have no resume in terms of building, developing, and growing a quarterback on their own watch. They don't have that. So last year, the remedy was bring in more coaches. That didn't really work. Maybe it did work towards the end. You played a little better football. This year, he's not playing good. So at some point, do they need a more – the reason for Flacco was supposed to come here and give him things to help, right? Help him read defenses, help him how to work out.
You could just as easily say maybe Zach's just not good. Like I kept saying last night, we've seen this offense operate with 3 different quarterbacks and move the football well. So maybe you just say maybe it's just the quarterback. Maybe they are teaching him the right things and it's not getting through.
But there is a chance that there could be the coach that the actual coach that's working with him too.
But prime time, hold on, Tyson. You know what though, Tyson? I'm gonna say this right here. And I'm gonna go what Dan said. Listen, I think the kid is extremely talented physically. I think mentally is his problem. That's the issue. That because listen, Tyson, if you're not able to read defenses or to go to your progressions quick enough because the game is too fast for you, that's a mental thing. That's not a physical thing. Fair. He has the physical traits, and you bring somebody in to help him with his mechanics last year because his mechanics got better. But any quarterback, anybody notice if you throw off your back foot, Tyson, ain't shit good gonna happen with that.
I agree with everything you're saying, but what I don't understand is The 15 scripted plays on offense should be the easiest fucking plays in the world. You do those things in practice over and over and over. You do them for the walkthrough. You could do the goddamn things in your sleep, and they're plays that you're comfortable with, right, Dan? Like, they're plays that these are my plays I'm good at that should work.
But you don't know on the other side where the other 11 guys are going to be. And when they start changing shit up and disguising coverages, he doesn't know what the fuck he's seeing.
Yes and no.
But Tyson, you just made the point though. Listen, if those scripted plays are what you've been working on all week and you fuck that up, that speaks volumes, right? It has to, right?
But it speaks like to me. It's like what the hell are they doing in practice?
Yes,
no, because you know where the guy's gonna be at though. Prime time, even what you're saying, prime time, it does switch it up, right? At some point, you got 4 receivers going out. You know where 4 guys are going to be at. One of those guys are going to be in position to catch the ball, correct? It would make sense, correct?
Yes.
It's him.
Now with that being said, you're right. Now, if you start off a game plan and whatnot, scripted plays, why not start something with wide receiver screen passes to Elijah Moore? Appease the dude. He's on your team. Look what Denzel Mims did at the end of the game. And again, to your point, Tyson, maybe it is coaching because there's a common narrative where talented players want to leave. I don't agree how Elijah Moore went about it. But after you see a game like yesterday, like Sunday, where Breece Hall is out, you have no scapegoat whatsoever. You have talented players there. What rapport is Elijah Moore going to have? Now, this brings me to another point. With Mike White being elevated from 3 to 2. What if that was from Elijah Moore too? Saying, listen.
I don't buy Salah's explanation on that at all.
Oh,
it's just in case of an injury.
Not at all. Not at all, prime time. I agree.
That's putting pressure on Zach Wilson, number one, because if Mike goes in there and lights it up, but I don't mean like 500, 400 yards again, but makes this game not only manageable, but competitive. No one expects us to be competitive against the Bills. I do. Why? Because we have the number 5 and number 6 defense in the NFL. Defense speaks volumes, guys. Now, if you have now you have an offense. Now you have a quarterback that if he can't get his head out of his ass, you have to pull him. If you don't pull him, then all of our faith in this coaching staff is out the window. 100%. Gone.
But Dan, listen, big though. You know I love you to death, bro. I can't go that far. I'm gonna say this right here. Listen, I definitely agree that with prime time to say, listen, it's more to the White situation. I feel that Mike White played last week, we would have won. I believe that. I think that we see Zach struggling and we need Zach to play better. But if he's not playing better against Buffalo, and we know he's not, if he doesn't play well, then you pull him. At halftime, sit him down. I don't care if Mike White comes in.
But he said that though. But he's saying if you don't pull him out, the team's gonna look at you. The team's gonna look at you like, Coach, what are you doing?
No, but what I'm saying,
your message going forward gets lost. If other guys are held accountable and the quarterback
what I'm saying is, I'm agreeing with Dan. What I'm saying though is, Dan, and listen, so say Zach plays the whole game right, and he plays bad, he sets it up. After the bye week, you don't play him. You set him, like you said, Dan. Sit your ass down, and you gotta learn.
No, why throw away the Buffalo game though?
No way. Absolutely, Kevin. 100%. We don't know if next year we'll ever reach 5 wins at this point in the season. This is it. We have no idea. Look, everyone's thinking, hopefully we can make playoffs. Fuck that. We're at 5-2 right now. 5-3 right now. Anything can happen. Every game is important. We can't look at the Chicago game and say, "Oh, that one's winnable." Oh, these other games, this is okay. We might pull this one off. No, that every game for us is important. If Zach stinks it up in the first 5 minutes of this game, you yank him. You send a legit message.
I give him a longer leash than that, but I mean, if he throws 2 picks by the end of the half,
if he has a bad first half, I pull him.
Yeah.
No, first quarter. After that press conference,
that's why I love Dan, baby.
After that press conference, most likely he was.
I mean, if you're playing to win the game and you're trying to manage it not to get away from you, I mean, it's not a terrible take.
I
would just give him a longer leash. That's just me.
If he's all right, what if he's reckless? What if he's just reckless? He starts throwing the ball everywhere, whatever. He doesn't care. Because
2 picks he's out. 2 picks he's out. Maybe that's too long of a leash, but 2 picks he's out for me.
I'm gonna just finish this.
Yeah.
If you guys thought that Elijah Moore's attitude was bad, just wait. If Zach Wilson's a certain way how we handle him, his attitude's going to be worse than Jay Cutler. You could see it from last week's presser.
The interview right there.
Yeah.
You see
That shit pissed me off.
Yo,
Connor Hughes.
Yo, listen.
It was a fair question too.
Fair.
What's crazy?
Stat.
I agree because listen, when my son played for me basketball, right? Like if he didn't play, I give him 3 minutes. If he was playing like shit and wasn't doing what he's supposed to do, yeah, go get him. He'll come on the bench and sit down there. Yo, if you're not playing, I'm not putting you. When you're ready to play, you go back in.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, and enough is enough, man. We gotta we have to win. I want to be 6-3 by the bye. We all do, but give me a chance, or at least. And I hate saying this. I hate even just being competitive, but it's true. Buffalo's one of the top 2 teams in the AFC. Be competitive. Just give it everything you got. Just if you're going to lose 24-23, 24-21, whatever the case is, if you're competitive, you're giving all of us some peace of mind. You know what?
Play who gives you the best chance to be competitive.
Yep.
That's what you have to do. That's Elijah Moore. If that's Mike White, whoever it is, play who gives you the best chance to possibly get to 6-3.
Yep.
I agree, fellas. And on that note, dilly.
I love you, bro.
Have a great night.
Have a good one, man.
Have a great one.
Yo, that's Mike. Yo, I love Dan, bro. Dan is always a character, bro. I'm telling you.
Man, this
Buffalo,
is
beat Buffalo?
I don't think so. I mean, but the thing is, and I agree with everybody saying though, they elevated Mike White for a reason because they know damn well if Zach starts struggling, the chance are going to be happening that everybody is going to just take over.
And that goes back to my point about the media. Salah's explanation, like that, we know that's bullshit. He's trying to avoid it, making it a distraction and a story around Zach Wilson. That's clearly what he's trying to do. But clearly they're seeing something in Mike White to elevate him. It's not just in case of injury.
I'm asking you guys a question though. Honestly, does Mike White give us the best chance to win right now?
Don't know yet.
I don't know yet. I'm giving.
I think we owe the rest of the locker room a chance to find out if Zach Wilson doesn't improve.
You give Zach another chance. It's the first game he lost. That was his fault. But now he's got a chance to step it up. He's facing adversity now. How are you going to handle it? Sink or swim? But starting off the post game by fucking deferring and acting like a jerk off isn't the answer.
Tyson, would you have respected him if he owned it? Yo, I got to play better. I got to do better. That's all you expected, right?
I can answer every question for him verbatim because it's not hard to do.
Because we've listened to it for 10 years.
You own everything. You literally own everything. I've got to be better. I made a mistake. I made a mistake. Yep. My teammates deserve better. I got to give my teammates more. You make it about you own all the problems and you give credit to your teammates. They put me in a position to win. I got to be better. I don't care if we drop 15 balls. As the quarterbacks, you know what? I got to put that ball in a better spot for him. And guess what? Your teammates hear that and you're like, you know what? I got to pick my quarterback up. I got to make sure I fucking catch that shit.
So what do
you have my back? That's how you build that shit.
And furthermore, the defense said that. The defense said we got to make more stops. Meanwhile, they're holding the fucking field goals.
Yep.
Yo, what do you think? What do you think the locker room's mood is right now with his interview? Because I know I was pissed.
Spotlight's on him. He's got to have a really good week of practice, come out, play very good football on Sunday, or that team's gonna be looking at him like, bro, you're a problem. You can't. That shit doesn't roll, dude. No. Not when you're winning, man.
Not in this market. Nope.
It's not. We will go to Jets Unleashed. What's up, man? Where the hell are you? Get on camera.
Barely.
Can you hear me?
Hey, what's up, man?
Yo, what's going on, bro?
Hey guys, how you guys doing?
All right, how you?
The floating head.
Yeah, sorry guys. I'm on a different thing, so it's a little bit higher than expected. But anyway, man. But man, before I know what's coming, so hi Emil. But anyway, dude, it's just so frustrating that ahead of you, man. Gotcha. But it's just so frustrating seeing how this franchise Wilson's not stepping up. It was frustrating because not only that, even with all the picks he threw, this game was still a game. We were still in it. Literally, we lost by 6 points. It's just so frustrating how we're losing. How this defense is doing so much for us, and yet this offense can't help them.
5 points.
5 points.
Still a touchdown.
We're mathematicians here. No, it's frustrating, dude. I mean, the fourth quarter got to be a little bit of garbage time there, where it's like that the damage is already done at that point.
Yeah,
But it's frustrating, man. It's just, and going forward that, I mean, the blueprint to beat the Jets is obvious. The Patriots have now given the NFL the blueprint. How you beat the Jets. Stop the run. Dare Zach to beat you. Make him move around a little bit, and he's going to start throwing the ball over the fucking place.
Yeah, and if he keeps doing this, dude, he's not going to be a Funchess QB. It's obvious now. If he cannot step up and he cannot make adjustments now, if he keeps continuing to throw these stupid picks that he's been doing all of his career, and
right.
where's these coaching staff telling him, hey, man, stop with this stuff or else we're going to pull you? Where's this at?
But see, and to your point, instead of threatening him, you fucking pull him.
Yep.
Like that third interception for me, like I threw shit. Like I started throwing shit. I'm like, you know what? Take him out. Like take him out of the game because you know what? The coach would get. I think the players will respect that a lot more. Like, you know what? He's holding him accountable. We have a standard on the Jets. You got to play a certain way. Bill Parcells would have definitely took him out. Bill Belichick would have took him out.
Maybe it's the reason he feels like he can't get pulled. That's why he does the bullshit he does.
He feels entitled.
Yep, absolutely. And I think that's the whole issue.
To be honest, he looks like a Mahomes, but can't do Mahomes things.
He tries to be, yeah. He tries to make those plays. He tries to make those superstar flashy plays when sometimes he doesn't need to.
Nope.
Live to see another play. Play smart.
I mean, listen, you think about it, man. With the defense, the way the defense is playing, I'm throwing the ball away if I don't have nothing there anyway. Why not? Put it on my defense. They've been holding you down all season long. Why would you take those kind of stupid risks? You turned over 3 turnovers to give up 6 points.
Yep.
I mean, what else can you ask for from a defense, bro? To get nothing from the offense?
Defense.
Well,
the only thing you could say about the defense. The only thing you could say about the defense, they let a touchdown at the beginning of the second half, and then the penalty of the pick 6, which was tic-tac, dude. But I don't even do. We the last couple of weeks we've been dealing with those penalties. We've been dealing with those penalties that's been going against us, and we're still winning. There's no excuse for that. I know the West doesn't like us. They always don't like us. Again, we still find ways to win. This is just so people are not making excuses.
The difference is in weeks past, the defense is playing so good. They've been closing out games and winning games for us. They're going to have games where they have a hiccup, where they make a mistake. Like coming out the half, Jordan Whitehead blew it. They make missed tackles. But, that's going to happen. When that happens, you know what you have to do? The offense has to pick you up. The defense can't carry you for 17 games. At some point, the offense has to win a game for you.
Just one.
Yeah,
Tyson, win a half. Win a half, Tyson. Fuck a game. Win a half.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, so we at. And listen, this is the thing I want everybody to understand, bro. Listen, we're not on here bashing Zach, but we expect competent football. I mean, prime time is competent football though.
I agree.
But you know what I don't understand, Tyrone? This is what I don't understand. The fucking Steelers game, Zach comes back and wins a game. We praise this kid for a week. Praise him for a week. But now he plays like shit. You know what happens? When you play good, you get credit. When you play bad, you get criticized. That's how shit works.
And I would understand it more if the last 3 weeks he threw for 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, whatever. Like, no, this is 3 bad games in a row. I keep seeing it was one bad game. Like, no, they were winning in spite of him playing bad.
Wait, hold on.
They were winning in spite of him playing bad.
I thought this was audio only. I'm not joining the stream.
Oh man, you coming on tonight? Come on tonight, man.
I thought this was audio only. We've been doing this. We've been doing a stream for how many years now?
Come on.
Do the radio show version.
What?
And I'll do a voice changer.
What?
How about this? Just go to a different show, bro.
Come on. I was excited.
Dude,
I want him to be the first call tonight. What are you talking about? Yo.
So, you know what? I'll pull a Nate Diaz. I'm not surprised.
Lane, how old are you, man? How old are you?
I'm not surprised.
If he's like 12 years old, maybe then I'd understand. But
not
if you're an adult, dude, show your face.
No, you can't talk all that shit though, bro. They don't want to come on the show, bro. That's crazy. Because Tyson was waiting on that one.
Say it with your chest.
What did we say last night? I said you could be the first one. Whenever you come in, we'll bring you right on.
I'm gonna clear out the studio for you, man.
As predicted.
The next game, dude.
What's this?
The next game.
Man.
No, I know where that's going.
Go ahead, Justin.
The next game, dude, we're gonna get blown out, dude. It's gonna be ridiculous.
Timeout.
I mean, yeah, I think our defense the whole do a little bit. Just offensively, man, I just don't that defense. Man, I don't see like listen. I just want to see Zach play competent football. Don't turn the ball over. Hit the guys you need to hit and make it work. That's the issue we having, man. Like he's coming out playing. Like listen, listen. Primetime just said he played 3 bad games. Anytime your quarterback averages 116 yards a game, that's not fucking good, man. That's not a. That's the Primetime. What's his percentage completion? 54%.
Like 53, yeah, and it was the same thing last year.
32nd in the league, bro.
You can't win like that. You cannot win like that.
With the talent that we have,
he's pressured, when he's pressured, he's like 15% completion. When he gets pressured, he's good when he doesn't have pressure.
Under pressure.
And you know what's crazy? You know what else is crazy though? Listen, last year I could understand because we didn't have any talent. This year, we have the more talent than we've ever had. And your quarterback's averaging 54% completion rate. That speaks volumes, man.
Well, I do. I totally agree, dude. And to be honest, dude, I don't trust Zach Wilson right now. He keeps showing the things like he's shown last year. He doesn't look like he's improving. There's some red flags coming right now. It's showing right now.
Thanks for calling, man. We appreciate it.
I'll be gone. Man. Jedi, hopefully we make this competition.
Let's hope.
Yes, sir. Tyson's sad now. Tyson wearing that conflict tonight.
I'll use a voice changer, he said. What is it like?
What is a voice changer in it? What the hell are you talking about?
He'll use some auto tune, so he's got some a voice that we're all gonna know. No, it's called "You're a Chicken Shit." That's all.
Oh,
damn.
It's what it is, dude.
Could it be somebody from your past, Tyson? Could it be somebody who really just wants
I don't give a
you?
rat's ass. You want to talk shit in the chat? Come on the chat and fucking come on the show and let's talk it out. Why not? We did it last year. Remember the rapper was yelling at me last year? I don't care. I don't give a fuck, dude.
We don't run from anybody, man.
No. It's like we don't delete tweets, we don't delete videos, we own all our shit.
Don't give 2 fucks.
No, and just so you guys know, I put him in a timeout in the chat because I'm just a spiteful asshole.
This is why I love this show, baby. This is the show.
5-minute cool off period.
5-minute timeout. Just I felt like it. I'm that guy. I'm just angry,
just because
man.
You can.
Now you can't call you out though and say, yo, I'll be on the show. I'll be there. Okay.
And meanwhile, we're doing a stream. He's like, oh, I thought it was audio only. Fucking what? What's up, disappointed man?
And just when we thought this show was gonna stop being interesting.
Never a dull moment.
Never. I mean, let's start with owning stuff. Yeah, I was wrong last week. Zach, I mean, I guess I'll stand with what I said that the Broncos defense is very good, but I mean, this was just some. Hi, Elmo. This is just another level. I mean, he's missing open guys. He's panicking. These are like the big things that get me. He's just missing just open guys. On one of the interceptions, there's someone who just ran 2 yards in front of him across the field, wide open. Tom Brady, who I despise, has been doing that for years, and it works. Throw it 2 yards in front of you. Let the number 1 overall receiver run past 12 guys all the way down the field.
Yep.
He's always waiting for the big play, it seems like.
Yep.
He's not happy with the 5-6 yards. He wants the 30, the 40-yard big play.
And this is something that we'll focus on. We'll focus on Zach. But the comment from Metch is Zach didn't play well, but the loss has blame to go around. The John Franklin Myers penalty, the defensive penalties, bad play calling, no rushing game. You could throw special teams in, the missed field goal, the kick returns.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's not all on Zach, but it's 3 weeks in a row. It's 3 weeks in a row where he didn't do anything to help you.
I agree.
You can't put it all on Zach, but what I want to say is this though: 3 interceptions is big. I'm sorry, there's no way you're winning like that. And
Nope.
we're not that good of an offensive team to be able to sustain that. Listen, we lost two of our best offensive players. You know what I'm saying? And
3.
the team still,
Corey Davis.
Yep, 3. And then we still came out. We still had a chance to win this game. So what's up, nephew? It is what it is, bro. It's just sick of it, bro. It's just. I want more. I want to see more from my quarterback. I expect more. We're 5-3 right now. I mean, so.
I mean, here's something that I was thinking about. It's 3rd and 2, okay? Your life's on the line. Who do you trust more in this situation? Mike White or Zach Wilson? Throwing the ball, assuming you're throwing the ball.
I need an accurate pass.
See, the thing I like about Mike White, to be completely honest with you, is he has really good command of the offense and gets rid of the ball extremely quickly. He knows where the ball's going. Like he understands the offense. He has quick reads, dude. That ball comes out fast.
It's decisive.
What I like about him, Tyson, is he go through his reads.
Yep.
Watch him go through his progressions, and
You
that's
can
all
literally see it, dude. Here, here. Boom.
Yep, and that's how you want from your quarterback, yo. Listen, hey, listen. And we've watched this offense work with 3 other quarterbacks, so you're not gonna tell me it's the offense. Remember, at one point, man, we were talking about Fine LaFleur last year, bro. At one point, everybody wanted to get rid of him. We think it was him. It wasn't him. It was the quarterback. So then we watch other guys come in, perform the offense. It runs well. Zach comes back. Zach plays one good game. You know what I'm saying? We won some games despite him. We ran the football real well, but we would have a team that put 8, 9 in the box. So, Zach, we need you to make competent throws down the field. Don't turn the ball over. Hit the open guy. Go through your reads. It's not him. I mean, he's not doing that. So then you think it's people saying it's the offensive coordinator. How can it be the coordinator when there are guys open? There are guys open. So, he has 1 read, 2 reads. That's it for him. He's not getting through his 3rd and 4th read. He's throwing off his back foot, bad body mechanics, and he's making unnecessary mistakes. That's the problem that I have right now. And you're not going to improve this team. You're not going to get better. You damn sure not beating Buffalo doing the type of shit he's doing. With that defense, bro, it'll be over at halftime.
What do you think? Disappointed, man.
Looks disappointed.
He looks disappointed.
It's just and it's not that. Listen, I was very angry. I was calling him a bust on Sunday. I mean, it's not even that he's necessarily a bust. It's that he's not learning anything by putting him out there and just repeating the same mistake again and again and again, and then rewarding him if it somehow works.
I saw that happen too.
Send my check, man. Come on, money.
When you look at, like, if you just bench him, for example, like we were talking about, we've been talking about this. He'll learn. Just get him to understand the basics, the pure basics that Trevor Lawrence has learned. Hell, Mills has learned it on the Texans. Yep. Stay in the pocket. Yep. Throw 2 yards in front of you. He's a wide open guy.
And that's what's so discouraging is that he had that injury last year and he came back and there was a period there where even though he wasn't making the big plays, it looked like, all right, he's starting to learn how to just play within the offense. So then you say, okay, year 2, take the next step. He even gets an extra 3 games to sit and watch. Yep. First 2 games, he actually looked okay, and now he's going backwards. Your eyes aren't deceiving you. Like, he's going backwards right now. It's not to say he can't get better. It's not to say he doesn't have the physical tools. It's not to say he's a bust. Right now, 3 weeks in a row, he's playing like shit.
And you don't get the ball to somebody like Michael Carter. We watched last week when he hit Michael Carter for 4 or 5 yards. He turned it into 32. Like, you have guys there. Like, even his short passes scare me. Like, he is zip on the ball. He can't make those throws, man. That's the problem. Like, listen. At what point do you decide that this kid might not be the answer? It's going to be all season, and we fuck around, go from 5 and 3 to 6,
go week by week.
6 and 11.
It's a week by week audition right now, dude. You're in the hunt, man. You can't sit around and just keep wasting opportunities.
But Tyson, do you think they'll do that, Tyson, prime time? Of this morning, man. Do you think that they will go down with Zach though? You guys think that? Because I think they will.
If he keeps playing like he did on Sunday, no,
absolutely not. Disappointed, man. Thanks for calling it. We appreciate it.
Hey, great call, man.
He looks disappointed. He looked disappointed.
He was very disappointed.
Yeah, he does.
I don't blame him.
All right, keep going through the callers here. We got Jesus Christ, what's
going on now?
Should we go a normal call before we go through a bad call?
I want to just get it over with. Let's get it over with.
Bro. I'm having a good night. Let's get the bad call over, bro.
I mean, I don't want this.
Why don't we have more subscribers? Why don't we have more subscribers, man? Why don't we have more subscribers? Wait, Tyson, you missed it. Tyson, you missed it.
I don't.
He knocked it over. It wasn't even him.
It's my
it wasn't even him.
Hi, everybody. First up, before we begin, hope everybody had a happy Halloween. I want to ask this very important question to chat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's the day after Halloween. What candy are you nabbing at a discount?
That's probably the best question you've asked since you've been on the show, I think.
I'm Team Braden, man. Nerds, gummy clusters all the way. Can't go wrong.
I'm Team Reese's Pieces, baby. Reese's, baby, all day long. Reese's.
I'm M&M's, M&M peanuts.
all I had left.
Oh,
I
okay.
just got some crunch because that's all I had right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
Terrible.
Hello. Did you not get that bag to the kids last night, bro? Come on, don't tell me you held that
No.
shit. You hid that one bag for yourself, right?
No. I just bought this today. I went to the store with the
Show me a receipt. Yo, Silas says, show me some receipts. I need a receipt.
So the question is, I know you despise the Patriots, and they beat your.
I was disgusted. I took my coworker who was a judge.
Hold on, were you at the game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you didn't come to L7 to see.
wow.
You know what, man? Get off the
Wow.
show, bro. I don't want to talk.
Wow. Didn't even
You
say
said,
hi
yo,
to us.
you didn't come to L7 to see us, bro. You didn't
Didn't
care.
even say hello.
Wow.
I got stuck in traffic. There was a turnover.
What time did you get there? What time did you get there?
Probably around 12:40.
12:40.
You got to the game at 12:40?
Damn.
Yeah, you couldn't have seen us, bro.
All right, so the Patriots, you hate the Patriots, and they beat your beloved Jets, so you had to be pissed. I saw you all over Twitter, written and ranting and raving.
Giant time.
I got mad that I pointed out the fact that the simple thing is the problem is the Jets. Why the Jets they strayed away from the winning formula.
What formula was that?
Well, you look in the 4-game winning streak, the Jets averaged 30 rush attempts and 142 yards per game. In all 3 losses, the Jets averaged just 13 rush attempts and 70 yards per game.
Okay.
It's not a coincidence.
So do you think it was maybe a little bit more difficult to run the ball without AVT, without Brees Hall, Corey
I
Davis?
think-
Maybe
I think it was- I
actually
think-
rely on
yeah.
the quarterback to make some throws?
Look, I think with Wilson is, look, he played bad. I don't want to talk about him anymore. Look, he played bad. He needs to be better. We all understand that. But I think the thing is, I don't think he's ready to be fully lean on his arm yet. He's still in that kind of game manager-esque phase. You know, like a lot of young quarterbacks are.
So you want to run the ball? You want to try to run the ball 30 times with 9 in the box? That's you know.
The Patriots are a bottom 10 defense against the run with two of their best run defenders out with injury. If you can't run on that,
and we're out. We're on our 5th tackle, our 3rd guard. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, we lost some players. We lost.
But Vincent doesn't Belichick always?
I want to ask, why wasn't there an end around the burial? That play.
But does Belichick always do very well against 1st and 2nd year quarterbacks?
Well, more so first. 2nd year quarterback is a bit more balanced. I think. I think like a 1st year quarterback he owns, but 2nd year, I think it's maybe he's only 2 games of 500 on that, 2 or 3.
Okay, fair enough.
By the way, hi Elmo.
Good job with that. So then, but now back to Tyrone's point. Now I agree they should be able to run the ball more, but what did you think about? I mean, the offense. At some point, you got to get your playmakers involved more, though. No.
I agree. Like I said, I want the offense to be more balanced. I do want to be more. I think we need to be balanced on offense. But you can't go from just being a run-heavy offense to just chucking the ball 41 times and only rushing 14.
So then, now the question is, would you have benched that?
It's 9 in the box.
If the quarterback makes throws, if the quarterback makes throws, it opens up the run game.
Yep.
This isn't rocket science. That's the blueprint.
But so Vincent, would you?
Matter. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Vincent, let me ask you. Hold on, big dog. Let me ask you a question.
It's a bottom. They're bottom 10 run defense.
It's 9 in the box.
Bottom 10 run defense. It doesn't matter if there's 9 in the box.
It does matter. It's 9 in the damn box.
It's a bottom 10 run defense.
I get the table too, but it's
but
9 in the box.
Hold on.
You can't count your quarterback to throw the ball.
Dude, but Vincent, you do realize that everything changes on a week-to-week basis in the NFL. You have some of the best offenses in the NFL that can't score shit. Last night, Cincinnati Bengals, correct? Like shit changes. So as the shit changes, you got to adjust to it. If they're stopping the run or you're not establishing it, you got to pass the ball.
They didn't even bother to establish run. They ran the ball 15 times, and one of those was Wilson, like for 2 yards.
Well, the passing is skewed because they were playing fucking catch up in the 4th quarter.
No, because they were still throwing the ball in the 1st quarter. I was there. I was watching the game. They had a lead.
I have a newsflash. I was watching the game too.
I watched it. I was in the game. I was there. They had a lead.
So your key to this game is they didn't run the football. That was it. That's the whole problem.
Like I said, everybody's got to play better. Look.
So you don't.
Would you have benched Zach? Would you have benched Zach after the 3rd pick?
I need to raise for this shit, bro.
I'm not. Look.
My contract.
It's simple. Would you have benched Zach Wilson at the 3rd interception? Yes or no?
Probably.
Probably.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, do you want to hear about my? I wonder if you guys want to hear any of my hilarious Halloween stories.
No.
Just give us one. What the hell? Why not?
Okay, so like I'll tell you my last. So I dress up Halloween. I hand out candy and I scare the crap out of kids. So the last scare I had, I'm dressed up in a boiler suit and a mask next to this guy, and so they're walking up to me and I'm stiff, and every time they turn away, I would just twitch. I would just readjust myself just the slightest, and it'd freak them the f out. They're like,
Lucky you didn't get hit by somebody.
no. They're like walk on my walkway. They're not up to my deck yet. So I'd move and like every time I turn away, I just move and tweak a little bit. They get up close to me. I'm wearing dark makeup around my eyes so you can't see them behind the mask.
Right.
And so like right at the last second, they're like, no way, I think that's fake. And I just leave and they fucking. It was good.
I would have knocked your ass right out.
No, I've had people. I'll tell you, I've had people try to tackle me before.
Yeah, I would. You'd be out.
Yeah, that's exactly what.
By the way, guys. So yesterday you were on. So did you guys just have a bowl outside your house that said "Take candy," or did you guys just not bother handing out candy?
I don't do the bowl thing, man. I actually hand it out.
I didn't get any trick-or-treaters.
I was out.
Okay, by the way, before I go.
Hold on, how you gonna ask a question and I can't even fucking finish my comment? Damn,
No,
hold
I'm
on,
sorry.
man.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I went to a trunk or treat for the kids in the neighborhood. It was about 300 kids out there.
Okay, by the way,
love the kids, big homie.
I want to ask you guys, since next year this show will fall on Halloween. Everybody in the chat, comment in the chat. You want to make this Halloween festive?
We do what?
Like, come on, costumes for Halloween.
Next year we have a costume party for our stream next Halloween.
Yeah.
Sure. Why not?
We're actually planning the 2023 Halloween show.
Why not?
Hey,
have a good night, man.
Philly 6-zip, man.
Gross.
All right. Let's go back to reality here. Sneakers and boots. What's up, man?
What's going on, fellas?
I don't know what the hell just happened.
Gonna be hard to follow that call right there, buddy. I just let you know right now.
It's always hard to
my life. I can't have back.
Yeah, you always get you always got to come in behind somebody, don't you? Always.
Yeah. Well, I haven't called in a little bit. Been a little busy, but what's up, Elmo?
At least you know the rules.
Yeah. But dude, how are we getting here, man? We're literally our defense away from having another bingo session at this point. It feels like, again, like we have our top 6 defense. If we have to keep carrying Zach the way that they're doing right now, we didn't lose because of him the last couple of weeks, but this time we lost because of him. Dude, those interceptions, they were worse than last year, man. They were worse than last year in that opening home opener. I was there. These were worse. He was on the sideline. He threw it back across the field. Like, dude, just throw it like literally 10 feet to your right-hand side. And so I feel like I was watching a JV football game.
What do you thought?
Funny, Elmo did create a bingo card already for Zach Wilson.
Yep. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that on Twitter.
Oh my God!
What are your thoughts on the usage of Elijah Moore and how they're handling that?
I mean, it looks good up until this past week. Like, if you're going to punish the dude, punish him and make him inactive for a week. I mean, he could have made you a lot more plays in this offense, especially this week. Maybe Alex could even play quarterback. Who knows? He can do anything.
But do you since they weren't traded though, do you expect more out of Mims and Moore since they're now here? Like your offense is struggling. You got to figure out ways to open things up, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Mims showed a sign of relevance. I mean, the guy, his catch against the sideline where he was out of bounds was one of the best high points I've seen this year.
Yes, sir. He grabbed that. Yes, sir. He grabbed it.
I mean, his ass fell out of bounds, but if he just got that, if he was more inbounds, we would be all raving just about that catch. We'd be having a Mims fiesta this week to get Mims the ball, feed Mims. So, I didn't really see how many times Elijah was in the slot when he was on. I saw a couple times he was lined up outside. But
I think three. I think I saw 3 times.
Okay. I mean, they could have done the exact same play that they did with Gary Wilson with the end around with the little flip toss. You could just run on the opposite side. Elijah Moore has the elusiveness. I don't get this petty bullshit that they're playing. Like they preach one thing and they're doing another.
Yep, absolutely. Yep.
Makes no sense.
I think what they're doing is that I think they're trying to punish him, but like you said, man, listen, you said him 1 week, the kid came back, you said you're going to move forward, move forward. I think that you're punishing your team and for keeping the talented player off the field. And listen, hey, you can give him touches, those end around, those bubble screens. You can get him touches to get him in the rhythm and just give him the ball. That's what he does in open space. This kid is amazing in the open field. And I think the whole time you've been using him wrong anyway. He should be in the slot, but I know you want to create a mismatch and you want to use him as a decoy, but at the same time, use this kid for what he is, man. Corey Davis wasn't there. You could have really used this kid. So I just think that was a bad mistake.
It's just also the irony of that, like Elijah Moore has only sucked when Zach Wilson's in the game, except for the Eagles game.
See, there you go. There you go.
In the first half, like he sucked.
Yep. Facts.
So, I mean,
what's your Mike White feeling here? Is he being activated to put pressure on Zach Wilson? You think?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think it's pressure on Zach Wilson. I also just think that maybe this coaching staff finally realized that Joe Flacco has nothing to offer besides a teaching aspect at this point, because with the way the offensive line is literally a sieve right now, it's like everything just coming through there like a tsunami. So, I mean, if Joe Flacco's starting, we're definitely 1-7 right now, maybe just from Zach.
But you don't think it's deeper than that though, because this fan base. Now that they see what Zach is, they're all about Mike White, dude. You're going to hear the chants. I'm already getting tweets about it. Like, I want to see him now.
It was starting at the Bengal game a few weeks ago.
Yeah, they're not – I mean, people are over Flacco because he's a statue. He's taking too many sacks. But Mike White's like a young guy that you kind of you know what? He did it last year. Maybe he can spark us this year.
He has the pocket presence to do it. Zach has none of that right now. Yep. I mean, when you have the edges coming up, on the sides, you got to step up in the pocket. I mean, as long as our interior holds up a little bit, you can't just be running backwards 25 yards. You narrow the field. You take half the field away. All you're doing is be able to shoot down the middle of the field. You're not getting anything on an out route. You're not getting anything on a flag or anything like that to the corner. He's limiting his options. And in the NFL, you need to take every little bit that you can get. The greatest quarterbacks do it. Tom Brady, Peyton Manning. The play that pissed me off the most was the one that he threw to Moore, honestly, when he had Michael Carter, whoever was the back, swing out of the backfield. Yep. Trust your players to make a play. Yep. They're elusive enough to make somebody juke, and he had a couple yards to run.
But do you think he didn't see him? That's what I think the biggest issue is. I don't even think
he looked for him. He just looked at Moore straight away and just threw it.
Yeah. He wants the bigger play. Yeah.
He just picks one receiver he's going to go to and he just goes to him.
Or he's not trusting what he's seeing.
Well, that too.
I mean, Bill Belichick, he's been giving the Jets fits ever since he resigned on his napkin for being 24 hours.
But this mistakes that we're making here, the plays were there to be made. We just weren't making them.
Listen, it wasn't overly complicated as well, too. Listen, I'm being honest with you. Their defense wasn't overly complicated. I think the one thing he did is he ran the D in out with Carter out the backfield, stuff like that. But it wasn't nothing that was overly complicated for Zach to be able to understand. So, listen, when you come with your scripted plays, you know what guys are. That's a timing route. I think the biggest problem is this kid's doing 6-7 stop drops, and he's not getting rid of the ball. You know what I'm saying? I think that to me, this offense is geared for someone to always be open. It's always going to be a guy that's in a spot that you know where he's going to be at. I think the problem is Zach just doesn't see it. I think he goes to his first read, and he goes for his check down, and then he tries to scramble around and make something happen. And he's always looking for the big play. Like you said, he said it himself. He doesn't like boring football. This is how you win in the NFL. You play boring football. Look, listen, and I've said this a million times on this show. Aaron Rodgers said, play boring football, make 2 or 3 amazing throws a game, and they'll fucking love you. Yep. He doesn't understand that, bro. And that's why I said Mike White might be the answer later on down the road. I'm just saying.
Yeah, and I mean, we can only hope that he learns with time, from just seeing players around the league. And
he better learn some shit by Sunday. Who the hell we kidding?
He says,
yeah, I was. Don't get me wrong. I was definitely pissed off with the play that he had, or a lot of the plays that he had with his interceptions and everything. But I was like, you know what? It's a bad week. We all have them. But then his comments with I don't play boring football. That's what just set me off. I was like, you got to be kidding me.
Yes.
Because the mistakes that you made were not just like, oh crap, I threw it to double coverage down the middle of the field. You were literally rolling out to the right, running for your life, backpedaling, doing whatever you could, and you threw it back across your body into the middle of the field. You literally could just throw it 5 yards to the right.
Something he did last week against Denver. It just happened to drop in though. Now he didn't get so lucky.
Listen, y'all want to pay attention. That's the third week in a row he's done that same bullshit and didn't get caught for it. This week he got caught for it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He did the same thing in Pittsburgh. He did the same thing against Cincinnati. This is what he does. The one against Thomas. Somebody just dropped it. Other than that, man, you can't make those kind of throws across your body. And I tell you something else that gets me is just throw the ball away, man. Like this, him trying to fight the ball downfield and can't get the ball out. It's not good, man. It's crazy.
He's playing hero ball again, and we're going to lose. It's exactly what he's doing already. I mean, the nice play to Garrett Wilson, that was nice. It was all probably like he had a nice double move, but those plays are few and far between. Those are times where you take shots down the field, like after you set up and you have everybody inside the tackle box with 8-man fronts and you take your deep shots. And he's got to see the middle of the field better. When he had that 4th and 5 when towards the end of the game against Conklin, and
there's nobody in front of him. Nobody in front of him.
Nobody. Just take what defense gives you. That's the mantra.
Do you think in any way like he's scared to run, or maybe they just put something in his ear? Take it easy on the scrambles. Don't try to take any hits. Like it seems like he's getting outside the pocket, but then he's not actually running for positive yards.
Him though.
He did do an RPO though in the beginning of the game. He did. He did
and got rocked.
Yeah, 2-3 yards.
Didn't even make any sense for him to do that. That'll get you injured.
I mean, clearly he's mobile. He can make guys miss. Like he's shifty, but
but the play he's talking about
kind of hits. Like is he built like that?
But the play Sneakers is talking about the same play you talked about earlier, prime time. Yeah. There was nobody within 10 yards in front of him, bro. Like everybody back was turned to him, bro. He could have got that first down easily.
We might need to hire Joe Girardi again.
Let's do it.
Sliding coach. Yeah, remember that. Sanchez.
Thanks for calling in, man. We appreciate it.
Have a good night, bro.
Guys.
Have a good night, man.
All right. Cruising right along here. What's up, man?
Good evening, guys. What's going on?
He sounds serious.
Listen, I'll just cut to the chase. I'm not going to hesitate. I would have benched him right after the third pick. Right after the third pick. I was pumped up just like everybody else. This is the first game I went out with friends to a bar here in CT to go see it, and I got heckled right out of the place because I was going nuts the first half, and then slowly but surely, it's like you said, Tyson. And what's up, Elmo? Get that out of the way. This kid just melts away. And I mean, I'm sorry. I got to say the way it is. Like, I'm not wishing any ill will or bad to the kid because I'm pissed off just like everybody else. But with the exception of the fourth quarter against Pittsburgh, tell me where he played elite. Just take that one quarter out of the season and tell me where he played like a great game top to bottom. I can't think of one. I mean, this kid can't go out there every single week, do 110 through the air, no touchdowns, and just say, well, I didn't throw a pick. It was a good game, right? It's not good enough. It's totally unacceptable for the second overall pick. Some of it has to do with the fact that he's not playing well at all. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact I don't think the offensive staff trusts him.
Well, especially now without AVT, without Breece Hall, you're not going to be able to rely on the run game like you did earlier in the season. He's going to be forced to make plays in order to beat you. The
I understand
there now from Belichick.
Prime time, I understand that, but we traded for a running back to, take the place of Breece Hall. And we only run the ball 15 times. And I'm not saying give the ball just to Robinson, but you got Michael Carter too, and you get away from the run. Something that I found disturbing with the trade deadline approaching is honestly, with Tunsil and Conklin, they're hitting the market. I know Conklin is more primarily a right tackle. I honestly would have given up the first round pick to get Tunsil here because you know what? In my opinion, hear me out, because Dan was right when he called in earlier and said, I'm not ready to punt the season because we're 5-3 right now. There's no guarantee at this point next year we're going to be 5-3.
I agree with that.
In my opinion, that first round pick, wherever it ends up next year, you take Laramie Tunsil and put him here as your left tackle. He's better than anybody you can get in next year's first round. He's only 28. He plays right now, and you got to pay him. I get that. But guess what? I don't expect Mekhi Becton on this team next year. I don't expect Dwayne Brown on this team next year. And AVT is better suited as a guard. So let's try to make a playoff ring this year. Let's go for it.
I understand that, Vinny, great, Great analogy, great breakdown,
And,
man.
and George Fan could be gone this year too.
Makes sense.
The only problem is that regardless, Becton, I mean, is there going to be any trade partners for Becton? Probably not. So the last year of his deal as a 10th or 11th overall pick, I mean, he's making what, probably $8 or $9 million. I think Dwayne Brown's cap number next year is like $10 or $11 million. So you're going to have $20 million in tackles that aren't playing.
No, I know what you're saying. I just like I think they're trying
I'd
to
rather
find
see
a way
Barrett
to flip
Tucker
him,
play
but-
left tackle next year.
You really would like to
Yeah.
see him at left
Yeah.
tackle?
Why not?
I mean, I'm not against it. I'm just saying.
It's a lot
I just
easier
think-
to find a guard than a franchise tackle.
Yeah, absolutely. You
I
can
think
find a
Barrett
guard
Tucker's
at
good
any
enough
level.
that he could at least handle it. So.
Yo, absolutely. I mean, I mean, listen. I mean, we all have the same point, but I'm gonna say this right here. Listen, you can't. Primarily, you're not gonna run the ball with 9 in the box when we just lost our two of our best players on offense. You know what I'm saying? So I think that trying to move the ball made sense. I think a lot of the throws they went away from the run because we ended up getting behind later on. But anybody with any kind of offensive minded sense would say, look, they're stacking the boxes, guys 1-on-1 on the outside. Yo, my quarterback should be able to make simple reads and simple throws. You got to, so to me, you got to expect more. I mean, I wasn't expecting the team to run the ball with 9 in the box. I just didn't see that happening. You know,
But there's also, I understand, but you could also be a lot more creative with your run schemes too, though, man. Like not having Streveler active. There's opportunities they could have did too. They've also reduced their motion. They reduced their RPOs. They did a lot of things. They go away from a lot of things too, man.
A lot of the shit this quarterback does, though, he's just so reckless when he gets under pressure. I mean, he just like he panics and he heaves it. He's like, all right, fuck it. Whatever happens, happens. You can't do that in the National Football League. You just can't. And honestly, I like the fact they're going to promote Mike White to the second, to the number 2 quarterback position or whatnot. I'm telling you guys, he's playing on Sunday. I don't know what quarter it's going to be in. He's going to play on Sunday. I don't want to be another negative Jets fan. We're losing on Sunday. And guess what? Then we hit the bye. We always lose after the bye. And for some strange reason, they always schedule us to play in Foxborough after the bye. There is no way Bill Belichick is losing at home to us in that game. It's not going to happen.
They're winning that game, by the way. Just so you know.
With who at quarterback?
I would listen. Let me quote Evan Roberts. I would love to be wrong and happy than right and miserable.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Thanks for calling in, man. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Good talking.
Keep putting the content out too, bro. Love you, bro.
All right, we will go to Charles. What's up, man?
Hey, Tyson. How are you, man?
Good. How you doing? What about Tyrone and Kevin?
I was gonna say to them, "Hey, Tyrone. Hey, Kevin. How are you?"
You better be nice to Tyrone.
Hi, Elmo.
There you go.
There you go.
I want to say thank you for accepting my apology last week.
Of course, we don't hold any grudges unless your name is Lane, who was a chicken shit tonight.
Yeah. So how was you guys Monday? Other than being miserable, the Jets lose to the evil empire. How was?
I mean, you know, that miserable Mondays, man. We got so used to victory Mondays, man.
It shouldn't be this way, but yes, when the Jets lose, it affects you throughout the week. Food doesn't taste as good.
Well, let me tell you
wake up as easy.
Can't watch Sports Center.
Colors look dull.
I actually had a pretty good Monday, believe it or not.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Warren, use a big
I appreciate that.
glimpse of positivity. Why did you have a good Monday? Let's hear this.
I was reading one of my Batman graphic novels that I really been wanting to read for quite some time. It's based on the comic series from the 1990s, Batman: The Long Halloween, and I've watched the 2-part animated adaptation on HBO Max.
That'll do it. That would definitely make me have a good Monday.
Well, I'm gonna be real with you, man. Just lost Sunday, so I was drunk by 4:30. So
Hey, man, I don't blame you. The Jets mean a lot to you. They mean a lot to me too. They mean a lot to my father. I mean, my father's been a Jets fan since Joe Namath.
So what are your thoughts on the team as they go into Buffalo, man?
I think I understand a lot of Jet fans are negative because Buffalo's the better team. They're better coached, but I'm a bit optimistic. I know some people are like, "Oh, we're gonna get fucking destroyed by Buffalo."
So why are you optimistic?
Because our defense has been playing very well this year. I mean, our defense has been good. We got a good pass rush.
What about the offense?
What
about the offense?
Kevin, relax, man. I'm gonna get to it.
he's giving his key to victory right here.
Well, we all know the defense is good.
I know.
The problem's gonna be the offense.
I think the offensive line is the bigger issue because who's their right tackle?
Agbui.
The guy sucks.
He played what? No, he didn't. Right? He played okay. It wasn't bad, bro.
Him and Brown give a few pressures.
But here's the problem. They did okay last week. They are not going to have. They're not going to have any answers for Von Miller or this Bills defense.
Tyson, what's that guy named that Buffalo traded for this offseason? Von something. I heard the guy's pretty good, man. I heard he's pretty really good. So fucking listen, we're gonna get creamed. But listen, I'm sorry, man. I love the Jets. I always want the Jets to win. I'm being realistic, man. Listen, you said that our defense is playing really good. Guess who defense else is playing pretty good?
Oh, the Buffalo's defense is one of the top 3 defenses in the league.
But there's also to the facet. They're going to be without their safeties. You can do some certain things, but the problem with our defense is they're probably going to be on the field for 40 fucking minutes.
Tyson,
the other problem.
Tyson, let me ask you a question. Who's our quarterback? Well, what are we talking about all day long? Our quarterback against that.
No, I'm saying if you're going to try to say going into this game, what do you feel good about? The Jets defense can, you want to see your corners match up with Sauce Gardner and Reed against Diggs and Gabe Davis and all these guys. Like, you're fascinated to see those matchups. So the defense, you're like, all right, maybe they can hold their own. Maybe. But they can't be on the field for 40 minutes. I have no confidence in our offense whatsoever. None.
I
don't
will
think our offensive
predict
line
this.
pulled up at all.
I will predict this one turnover. They will strip Josh Allen on a run because he always fumbles the ball against us. So Mosley,
I think. Yeah, they won't recover it.
But the thing about Josh Allen is that he also has an incredible arm too. Like, he's mobile and he does strip.
Cannon, bro.
He and Patrick Mahomes probably has the strongest arms in the NFL.
All right, we got to put Tyrone. If Dan says, I say we win this game, if we win, will you do a shotgun next Tuesday? Dan, if the Jets win on Sunday, I'll do a shotgun next Tuesday too.
What do you guys mean by a shotgun? Like a shot of tequila?
No, you shotgun a beer can. You take a beer can, you put a hole in it, and you shotgun it.
And the only way I want to do it, Dan,
watch the video of Luka doing it. He'll show you.
Yeah. Nah, don't watch Luka.
Anyways,
so you must not have watched a lot of this show because we've had pretty much all this.
I've been on your show for like a few weeks. I haven't even heard of your guys' existence until a couple of years ago.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I'm trying to be mean, but
I mean, wait a minute. So you said you've been watching us for a few weeks?
I've been joining you guys for a few weeks.
But you said you've been watching for a couple of years.
Yeah, and
if you've been watching for a couple of years, we've been doing shotguns for years on this show.
I didn't know about that.
You've been watching for a couple of years.
Yeah. I'm terrible, I know. Anyways, I'm also going to be spending time with some friends this weekend, so hopefully the Jet game doesn't give me too much of a Hulk rage. So
enjoy, man. Have fun.
Charles caught in a lie. Thank you, Sneakers to Boots. I appreciate that.
Have a good night, man. Take care.
Good night.
All right. That was
interesting.
Man.
Everybody sensed it. Everybody knew it was coming. I was just like,
it was. Yeah, especially when
I like Spider-Man better anyway.
Look, you know when Prime Time gets pissed off. He was like, Prime Time. He adjusted himself. He was like, hold on, what this motherfucker just say? What did he say?
Well, I felt bad. I hung up on him last week, so I'm like, all right, I'll try to give a little bit more patience. But now
he told you to grow some balls.
Smart ass, bro. He's a smart ass.
They tried to come back on like 3 more times. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? All right. Now, the next guest that we're going to have had a whole new demeanor on social media. Mr. Year of the Jets, Mr. Positivity, absolutely unleashed on Twitter with negativity, Primetime. Negativity.
And rightly so.
Yes, sir.
And rightly so.
Baby. Let's go.
Where's Elmo?
He's got
Hello, Elmo. Hello, Balls.
Akron was angry as hell.
And hello, Elmo again. And Dan, thank you for that's a nice compliment.
I need to hear your tweets in audio form because I haven't been on Twitter. So
which tweet? There was the one I did Woody Johnson about.
He attacked Woody Johnson.
Oh,
yeah, Woody was talking about let's vote in for another belt.
No, he was talking about the sold out stadium too. He's talking about.
Yeah, so I said, don't worry about your quarterback focusing on playing better, and because you're going to have empty seats because MetLife will turn into no life eventually. So
Akron taking shots at the owner.
Taking shots.
Yeah. I expected you to be the voice of reason tonight.
There's no reason I don't like losing by giving up the game. We lost that game. We didn't get beat. We imploded. And for no reason. And nice glasses, Tyron. I like them. I dig them.
I can't read without them, baby.
Same here. Trust me. I have to,
Can't read without them.
But so what I did before the stream, I started
Drugs?
looking at eventually. I started looking on YouTube the 2021 games when Zach came back, and I suggest everyone look at them. It's amazing how well he was throwing short passes as he came back. All right, he was under a lot of pressure, granted, because the offensive line was into it, but he was making those short passes very nice, very tight, which makes me think it's interesting how when he sat, he saw how well the offense was being run by the other guys. They were running the thing. This year, I don't think he saw a threat. There's no threat in his job. And I think that's why now Mike White is his backup number 2 guy.
Put a little pressure on him.
Yeah. Basically, if you don't do it, if these other guys are running, like you said, if these guys are running the offense like clockwork, they're listening to the coach. This guy just wants to be a hero. There's no reason why because in last year's games, he was stepping into the pocket. He was running forward. He wasn't doing a lot of the acrobatics that he's doing now. But he was getting rid of the ball a lot faster than he is now. We don't have an offensive line that he can sit in the pocket for a long period of time. It is just not there. All right. And they were using Elijah Moore a lot with the runaround. He would come and take the handoff and run around a lot more and being more explosive that way. And when he got hurt, they just transferred that job to Berrios as well. And he was doing great. So exactly, preach. So this kid reminded me 2 things. When he started that act on Sunday, it reminded me of the Neil O'Donnell, and he reminded me of how that one game that I had it. No, Sanchez.
Okay.
When he came out right away and he started talking, he just making statements because he didn't want to hear it from the.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay, yep. And then they destroyed him, and he got talked to about that. There was no reason to come out like that with arrogance and this and that. You had a rough game. End of story.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. It's all about the team. Now they have to. They talked about having wins. We're gonna win more here. It's not about babying this kid anymore. I'm sorry.
You can't coddle him, man. They're coddling him for a while. Now they got to stop that shit.
They coddled him all of last year. He had 4 coaches on him on the sideline every time he went to the bench.
Right. Now he has to. If he doesn't produce, and I'm agree with Dan. If he looks like shit in the first quarter, goodbye. I'm not giving him a half.
Wow, first quarter?
I'm not giving him a half. I'm not gonna. I want to give my team the best chance possible. If he plays like shit in the first quarter, guess what? He's gonna play like shit the second quarter, just as bad. Okay, and they need to tell their team we're not going to tolerate this. You have to owe it to your team as well, not just to this kid. Okay,
After laying down the law,
the buck has to stop eventually on this coach, and he has to make the decision. Are you gonna? Is it Zach Wilson or is it the team?
Bingo.
Yep.
That's what I was saying all show yesterday. It would be a much different conversation if the team wasn't playing well, but you've got a top 5 defense right now. They're playing out of their mind. You owe it to them.
You did everything you needed to do for this team. You got talent. You made great deals. You got a solid defense that's playing, and you can't wear them down. You have to move the ball, and there's nothing wrong of getting 10 yards at a time.
Yep.
Wear their defense down, not our defense. Don't have to be afraid of me, Chris. I'm a teddy bear. But there's absolutely nothing wrong getting 10 yards at a time. The longer we have the ball, the less they have the ball. It's a simple process. It really is. That's why you want – if your intent was to run the ball, it's because you want clock management. You want to control the clock, okay? So then there's no reason to go downfield, become a hero, because you just don't give enough time for your defense to rest. And there's no reason for that.
Well, especially this week against the Bills offense that you definitely want to keep off the field.
Yeah. And let me tell you, you could run against the Bills. and I've seen it. You can run against the Bills, but you have to. And you know what you have to also do against the Bills? No hurry, no
Hurry
huddle.
up. Yep.
No hurry up. Just a
We don't
hurry
do
up.
that, though.
Get him
We
off
don't do that,
guard.
though.
Do plays to do off guard.
Yeah, but they're gonna. I mean, they're
I feel,
gonna.
I feel like every week we ask, hurry up tempo. They don't do it.
Yeah.
They don't do it
I
until
think
they
I
need to.
think that would actually suit Zach better though. Playing it's less time for him to think.
I
You know what I'm
always say
saying? Less
that,
time
man.
to go out there and play. You know,
They never do it. though.
yeah.
I think he just wants to be the
That Bills defensive
he
front
has
is
that
good,
Brett
though.
Favre mentality.
Yeah.
You know,
Gunslinger.
That Bills
Gunslinger.
defensive front is good though, Afram. They get after it, dude. They do. I mean,
Hey,
that's
listen, we played him last year with the worst team, and we stuck in there for the first half. Remember, it was 10-7 at half.
Yep. But you know,
Our defense picked it up. A lot better defense this year. Okay.
Unless Zach can keep teams honest, though.
yeah, but this also a much worse offensive line though, too, though.
But we played the AFC
Is
North,
it?
man.
Yes.
Is it really?
They're way more
Fuck
physical.
yes.
Why,
You don't think
why
this
are we-
offensive line's worse than last year with no Vera Tucker?
Nah,
I think they're
it's better. It's better than last year, bro. Obviously, line sucked last year. But listen,
Yeah.
we played the AFC North, man. We should be able to be more physical than anybody, bro.
I think
The
losing
first
Vera
4
Tucker
games-
swings it.
Oh, but it was better than last year without Tucker.
Yeah.
The line that we have this Sunday as opposed to last year's line, I don't think so, man.
Maybe after they replaced Van Roten.
It was later in the year as well. So it's not like we had.
What's old boy name? We just cut
LDT.
him. No. What we cut him?
Herbig?
No. The one we cut this year. Tackle sucks bad as shit.
McDermott?
He's back.
McDermott.
He's back. They
I
brought
know.
him back.
Practice squad. I'm just saying though. I mean, he started last year, so that's just it. Him and Van Roten on the same side.
Doga played some games last year too.
And like this game, you know, like Tyrone said, there was nothing that Belichick did anything special. We had this game. This game was ours.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. But you know, this kid just didn't. You know, it pisses me off. It just pisses me off how this game developed, and we were still in the freaking game. That's the thing. We were still in the freaking game. It's not like we were losing, but you know, this kid has to wake up because next year he'll be a backup. Okay.
Shit, this year it could happen, dude.
Yeah. There's no 5th-year option for him at that point. You know.
No, but I mean, this is like we keep talking about it. You're a 5-win team. Say you go 5-4, that Patriot game, you've got to win that game, man. You can't go on a swan dive now.
3 straight losses in the division.
Oh, because then you're chasing. If you go 5-5, now you're chasing the guys in front of you. Now you're just chasing. You're chasing.
Yeah,
the
then
Bills.
You're in last place in the division.
3 division games you lost, 3 conference games you lost,
and they got a tiebreaker. So you know what I'm saying? It's over. Yeah.
Yeah. So
10 wins don't make the playoffs. I mean, that's crazy.
The things are, you know, it's just Salah has to make a decision on how to get this team going, and he has to be fair. He's got to think about the whole team.
Well, they're all, dude, you know, right now that locker room is watching. They're watching everything Salah's doing because the kid shit the bed. He acted like a jerk afterwards, and now you're playing another huge game at home against a very good team. He's either got to sink or swim, man. If he sinks, Salah cannot baby him and say, "Well, you know what? You can't keep trotting out excuses because the locker room's not going to buy it." They're already like they were already frustrated before, but they were winning. Like you saw the receivers throwing their hands in the air, they're getting pissed off. But you know what? They won the game. Everybody bites their tongue. We keep winning.
Right.
You start losing, all that frustration is going to come out tenfold.
Yeah. Elijah's biggest mistake was he didn't keep it in house.
Yep.
Okay. And you sat him that game by only giving him like 4 or 5 snaps. You're basically being spiteful at that point.
Bingo.
Yep.
Okay. Now it's on you. Now you look stupid.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. Either not play him at all again, or play him and say we're going to do what's best for the team.
Yep.
Everything's in the past at this point.
They had a chance to repair the relationship, try to be the bigger person. Instead, they doubled down and said, "No, we're going to show you
exactly
and move forward."
Absolutely. Just like and here's the thing. Just like and I mentioned this yesterday. If you sat Mims because he didn't know the playbook and this and that, then what is their excuse with Zach Wilson?
Exactly.
If he doesn't know the playbook, right?
Yep.
Then he shouldn't be playing.
Yep.
My thing is, I think he knows the playbook, but it's not the playbook that he wants.
Yep.
Okay. I think he's got in his head, and maybe in BYU it was, Zach, the highlight films, this and that. Not in the pro, you haven't done anything to earn that yet.
Defenses play too quick at this level.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a
Can't
whole
do it.
different thing.
Can't do it.
You didn't
Hero ball
you didn't draw up the plays in BYU either. You did what the coach sent out. It's not like you
Hero
were
ball-
calling the shots.
Hero ball doesn't work, man.
But it's still 2022 the year of the Jets. I'm still gonna be positive about
Yes, sir.
that.
Yes, sir.
On the positive.
I gotta say,
Yes, sir.
first of all, thank you for calling in, and I was really proud to see your anger on Twitter. You really unleashed. I was proud of you.
Oh, rightly so. Yeah, this guy does. How do you put up there? Let's vote for. Is that all you're worried about? Is belts?
Yes.
You're seeing your freaking team.
Well, he was
catapulting down.
But to
and you're
show how
worried about
stupid
that?
he is, though, Woody Johnson's bragging about a sold-out crowd on Sunday. It's gonna be 25,000 fucking Bills fans there.
Okay, exactly.
Idiot.
Bill Mafia travels, buddy. You know it's at least 25 of them in the building.
You
bro.
saw last
Maybe
week.
30.
You saw last week how they were flaunting all their social media numbers. Oh, our engagement went up 180% from this point at last year. I'm like, who gives
And
a
that changes very quickly.
Exactly.
They act like,
just
they're
like
relevant now. Just-
Like that's what they're concerned about, though.
It's stupid, and that's not how you run a team.
Nope.
Can't.
That's not how you run a team.
A little bit of success, they think they're like the biggest show in town, and they choke.
Yeah, and that's what I said. Also, I said you're going to rely on your opposing team fans to come and fill out your seats in the stadium.
It's true.
That's what you're going to rely on. What a moron.
Have a good night. Thanks for calling in, man. We appreciate it.
Have a good
No
night,
problem.
sir.
Thank you for
Talk
as
to you, man.
always.
Have a good night, man.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, I was going through Twitter, scrolling through. That's Aaron Aframo just unleashed him, man. It was funny as shit.
Gotta find that now.
Even the Jets broke him. Yeah, the Woody Johnson tweets. He answered all of them, I think. Number one is coaching Zach in real time on the sidelines. That could be too. There's so many questions, man. All right. So
I think they're coaching him on the sideline. I just don't know if he knows what he's looking at when they're like breaking down plays. I don't think he can process it fast enough. Like none of it.
You know what I think is really cool? The really cool part of this entire show is that our next caller is probably doing more content than both of you two combined. Let's bring him on.
Don't put me.
Jose!
He's cranking out videos left and right.
My guy. Hello, Elmo. Before we even start, hello, Elmo.
That's right.
Now,
Good start.
let's
Geno Smith
discuss-
MVP.
What?
Geno
What?
Smith for MVP.
Don't even. Can I wait till week 14 to start talking?
Enjoy it now.
Shit like that.
Geno's definitely beating us. I know he is.
Geno balling, bro.
He's gonna
Let's talk
450
about
yards.
Let's talk about this past Sunday, because I was pissed off.
Try being us.
And Tyson, you saw it. I think you saw it. I retweeted one of your tweets about Put Mike White in.
Yep.
And I said, you beat me to the punch. I was gonna say Joe Flacco, but he wasn't even active.
Yep.
Now,
I was pissed.
now the interception that really pissed me off was the interception to Devin McCarty.
Oh,
which one?
Guess what? When you're out of the pocket, you can throw the ball all the way to fucking that hat if you want to.
He says he tried to. He tried to throw it away.
No, he didn't.
He didn't.
That wasn't a throw. That was a.
Wait, you talking about the one by the sideline or the one that?
Yeah, the
one like-
McCourty one he's talking about.
Okay.
The one by the sideline.
He wasn't trying to throw it away. He
Nope.
wasn't. The dumbass play.
He was threw that ball into the
Fucking stand.
Stands.
stand.
Geno Smith would.
Yep.
Don't do it. I love Gino right now. When by the next time we talk, I'm like, hey, no.
He's playing great, man. He is
Hell
playing
yeah,
great. He's
y'all are
galvanizing his
fucking balling,
team.
bro.
They're
Y'all
all
are
buying
balling,
in.
bro.
He's being a great teammate to
Absolutely,
everybody.
man.
He's doing well, man.
Y'all are balling, bro.
Your defense is
Happy for
flying
you.
around.
Not to, since you guys brought it up, my favorite part of the Seahawks game on Sunday was him going up to Tyler Lockett after Lockett had dropped 2 balls, and he just gave him a hug and said, "Hey, you know what? We're gonna keep throwing your way. You're gonna make a catch."
And he did it.
And he did it.
He hit him with a nice touchdown pass.
Now,
Hell yeah.
now, one thing I will say about Zach is, I know AVT was the leader of that team, but I'm surprised Dwayne Brown hasn't become more of a vocal leader in the locker room, because he was like that in Seattle. Because honestly, if I was in the locker room when Zach got back from the podium on Sunday, I would have grabbed him by the throat and I'll just say, give him a giant hug. A Tyrone type of hug.
Well, I think Jose, I think leadership definitely talked to Zach after that press conference and said,
Somebody
you better cut this fucking act
Cut that
out,
shit off.
because
That's
this shit ain't
bullshit.
gonna work. This shit ain't gonna work with the media, the fans, or your teammates. There's no way.
And it's like I said in my video today.
He's plugging his channel now. See that he's making Jets videos.
The Jets did not trade for an offensive lineman like I wish they would have. And they kept Denzel Mims and Elijah Moore, and while they can help on the field, if they do not get the targets, they are gonna become locker room cancers.
Yes, sir.
That is not
Yep.
good.
Yep.
You should have gotten rid of them for whatever you could get at this point. I don't care if Elijah Moore is a second-round pick. You got rid of Jamal.
I think part of that also is just Douglas not wanting to be bullied. Player ass out, like he's not just going to grant him his request with 2.5 years left on his contract.
Now-
On his rookie contract.
Sorry to cut you off, Pete.
Okay.
But now, going into this week, to quote Vicky Small,
Uh-oh.
Vaughn is going to kick in the waving the football. Are you going to hear Zach yelling, Vaughn, don't hit me no more.
More. Yes, sir. Kick in the door, waving the 4-4. All I heard was Papa, don't hit me no more. Absolutely. It's I think that was
You
a mistake, man.
you
Like,
never know where you're going to get from me.
That's
That's
true.
for sure.
This
That's
is
for
very
sure.
true, man. Jose, congratulations on your Seahawks success, man. We're very happy for you. You're
Thank you,
definitely
guys.
happy. You're doing a great job with your channel too, man.
I'm doing my best. Thank you guys for having me. I love you guys. I'll always be here for you.
Appreciate
If you
that,
guys
man.
ever need anything, let me know. Love you guys.
We need a quarterback.
Love you too, bro.
I wish I
Y'all
could
know
know.
what it is.
Have a good night, man.
See you guys
All right.
next week.
Be good, man.
Later,
All right,
dude.
bro. Love you, man.
Love you guys.
Love you, bro.
TalkJetsRadio@gmail.com. That's where you can get us. Our hoodies, the link is the merch. The link is in our description for those. But TalkJetsRadio@gmail.com. And that is it, man. We survived another one.
Thought it was going to be a little more chaotic.
Yeah, I mean, well, that just happens. You know, it's just, I was waiting for it. Came here for it.
A lot of good calls tonight, man. A lot of good calls tonight, bro.
Thank you guys for joining us. Definitely appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your week. We'll talk to you next time.
Later.
Good one.